It's a beautiful day in the dungeon sphere, a beautiful day for dungeoneers. Try not to die, try not to die. Hey there, neighbors. Welcome to the Dungeon Sphere, where our 3 rules are be kind, work hard, and don't die. If you're just tuning in today, you're in for a treat. We are on episode 11 on the 11th of July. A special day, 1111. All ones across the board.
Except for the 7.
Except for the 7. We ignored the 7.
But
It's just kind of like a weird looking one if you think about it.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
the,
like
and
a
the
long,
2?
just like a one with a big nose. Yeah. If you are in the United States where we do everything wrong, it is 7-Eleven, so you can go to any 7-Eleven gas station and get a free Slurpee. I think that they still do that. If you're outside of the United States, you'll have to wait till November 7th. Anyway, what did Team Reaper get up to last time, you ask? Oh, well, let me tell you. Pretzel finished up his training and then apparently was allowed to buy a feather token that summoned a giant rock bird that they used to scope everything out, because apparently the DM decided to just let him buy this rare item for 50 gold pieces that he thought was the common item. That's you don't assume things, people. Double check, double tap. Anyway.
You can just blame Claudulius for it. It was all his fault.
It's all Claudulius' fault. They then used the rock to scope things out and avoided a massive tower of doom that was surrounded by hordes of undead, and then found Gorgatula, the hag.
Spatula.
Some may call her Spatula. Who helped give them some good news and info, and a stuffed plushie hag doll that can be torn open and summon her at any time.
And one day she'll get a firstborn.
Yeah, one day she'll get a firstborn, and she also broke some pretty heartbreaking news to Brena.
Who hasn't figured it all out yet. But
Doesn't really put the pieces together yet, but she's a barbarian, what do you expect? So a lot happened, a lot was learned, and then they returned to the church and entered the challenge room where a spectator, which is basically like a mini version of a beholder, was like, I need some sugar! And that's it. That's where we left off. So let me take this tie off, get into DM mode. Let's go.
that's new.
Oh, that's
You've all been here for the first ever costume change on the Dungeon Sphere.
It is very difficult to see with those sunglasses on.
Say buckle in, everybody. It's gonna be a fun episode. You skipped the part where Vrexel and Umrin got a soul coin of some random dude.
Oh yeah, I really did forget about that.
I disconnected. I didn't know what happened. I mean,
they got a soul coin.
Yeah.
Yes.
And already
You
used
got
one
a
of the
soul coin.
questions.
How
no.
would we have known?
Oh no.
No
How?
idea.
Yeah, that's
Melissa knew, Brayden
disappointing. All right, so you're in the challenge room. Like I described last time, it's kind of like these stairs that are leading up to this platform, and there's a cube with what looks to be a door on the front of this cube, what you think is a cube. It's like an open room, so you can like see all sides of this large cube room. It's about 20 feet in all directions, and there's a spectator floating in front of it. He looked and saw you, asking for sugar.
Does anyone want sugar?
Does anybody have sugar?
I don't want sugar! I need sugar! How else do you expect me to bake this cake?
What kind
just,
of cake?
Stares in front of you. Triple decker chocolate.
Oh God! Someone have
Question
sugar, please.
about
Oh,
monsters. Do we know anything about spectators?
That will require an Arcana check.
Because I feel like at the Silrona Manor, they have a book full of monsters, and Umbrin definitely would have skimmed through it. But I don't know how much about spectators I would know. No, so much. You said Arcana? 21.
Arcana. 21?
21.
Yeah, so you've done some studying up on aberrations, since aberrations are a steadfast creature that you find in dungeons, and so it probably would have been in the copious amount of study that you've done before coming in. And you know that this isn't the more dangerous cousin the beholder, this is something much more minor, yet still something that you shouldn't take lightly. It is a creature from the far realm beyond your any sort of mortal understanding.
And is this creature speaking out loud to us or using its telepathy?
It is actually speaking out loud to you in common.
Ooh.
I mean, if he wants to bake us a cake, then sugar would be great. But I don't have any.
I would like to grab Brenna by the shoulders and look deeply into her eyes and say, at the mention of sweets, do not go running towards any dangerous monster we see. You've done it twice now.
But cake.
No, it does not have a cake. It will not give you a cake. Do not go running toward it, for cake it does not have.
Well,
you promise
Are you
me
saying
this,
that the
Brenna.
cake is a lie?
Yes. Cake is a lie, Moxie.
Wow. Throwback.
Who remembers 2005?
Oh, wait. I have brew supplies. I think I might have sugar in here if we need.
I don't have any in my cook's utensils, as I'm reminded constantly by the lack of flavor I'm able to give my stew.
No sugar, no cake. Oh, and also I have no kitchen and no hands. How am I to bake this cake? Hello, welcome.
Do you really want to make us a cake?
A what?
Why do you need to make a cake?
Who mentioned anything about a cake?
Oh dear, okay. I was just like, oh, Umber, what were you saying about the cake is a lot? There's something weird going on. I feel like you know the most about this.
As I do speak deep speech, most things that speak deep speech are inherently inflicted with a sort of madness, and therefore we should not take what he says at face value. What I know about spectators is that they're normally here to guard something.
Okay.
Like cake.
Well, he would need a cake. Well,
I don't think he's guarding a cake.
Okay, well, no, I was just hopeful, and I would like cake, so.
Also, this is a challenge room, so we might need to assist him, or, the other one. But I leave it open to the party what we would like to do.
I'd look over. Does he have any, ingredients to bake a cake? Or just...
It's literally just him floating in front of this cube on this massive platform.
How big is this room again?
The room that you are in is probably 100 or so feet on every side from the center. It's a cube-shaped larger room, but then there's that smaller cube-shaped room which is 20 feet in all directions that he is floating in front of.
Okay.
Is there anything inside that smaller shaped room?
It is completely sealed. There's no windows. It just appears as though there might be a door on the front, but there's no visual door handles. It's just a big black cube with a door. Have you ever watched Doctor Who?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You remember that episode where they started off with Rory and Amy being killed by that one dude that's in every TV show that I've ever watched, and then they take their bodies or whatever and throw them in the cube that's meant to keep anything in, made of dark star alloy or something. Well, it looks like that.
Okay.
Big black cube. Got it. Is it guarding the cube, do we think? It must be. It's on the dais with the cube. Do we need the cube?
Could be an oven.
Are you all here to see my performance?
Yes.
He starts singing in the most terrible ear-burning way that you have ever heard.
Oh.
Yes.
Hold on, Mandy, keep this.
It's beautiful that Deb just cut out for that. Which was all not today, no.
Okay. So it's guarding something. If it's guarding the giant black box in the middle of the room. What does it say?
After such a stunning performance, may I ask what that is behind you? Perhaps you'd sing about that next.
I will sing about that. It's a cube that I guard, and I won't let anybody inside. Only I know the password.
Will you tell us the password?
The what?
Could you sing about the password?
Yeah, we love a song about the password. That'd be cool.
I can't tell anyone the password.
Well, you don't have to tell us. You're just singing about it.
What about charading the password?
He moves his eye stalks about it.
How was that?
I do enjoy a good interpretive dance. I don't have a cake, but I have something that could perhaps fill the void.
Yes?
Canary's gonna pull out a bead of nourishment from her bag.
I'm not to leave my post. You must come to me.
No, I will. I'm showing you what it is right now.
That will be the first thing that I've eaten in over 7 centuries. Oh, I'm gonna stop singing now. It's hurting my throat.
Yeah, that sounds awful. Can I interest you in a 2-for-1 special of a bead of refreshment as well?
Because two beads of nourishment.
Yeah, and Canary will pull out the bead of refreshment in her hand and like slowly start approaching, like looking back to the group, like, is this a...
We just kind of shrug back, like we don't know what to do. So.
I'll go for it. Canary likes feeding people.
His tongue is like super out there, just like a giraffe's tongue, except longer.
Okay, that.
And then he just like just holds his tongue out for you to set them on.
1 and 2 and just start rolling.
Oh, gross! Don't touch it!
Don't touch! Gross!
That Canary always ready to get her hands dirty.
Yum!
I think that's the only one I have of both of them, so I will take both of those off my inventory.
Okay.
Do you feel refreshed?
Do you feel nourished?
I feel both of those things.
Wonderful.
Was that the password?
No, I can't tell you the password. It is saved specifically for the masters when they return.
Who are the masters?
Well, one of them is named Croc, and the other is named. You're not my masters. Be gone.
Are they other spectators?
No. They
Oh, you said you were gonna stop singing.
The mighty I was singing. I was not. Do you want to bake a cake?
I would love to bake a cake, though I just fed you. Here, let me get my supplies up.
Is the password cake?
I doubt it. You said it a bunch of times and the cube hasn't opened. Maybe he wants you to play like patty cake with him. I don't know how to do it.
Well, I look back at the eye stalks and I'm like, that might not be the best.
I'll touch a tongue. I ain't touching no eye stalks, though.
No.
That's Canari's motto.
As Canary is up there, can she cast see invisibility in the room? Like, she's casting it on herself, but she wants to get a better look at this room and see if there's anything, like, funky going on.
So when you cast the invisibility, You see like the glimmers of the cameras that are always around, like keeping an eye on things, the scrying sensors and whatnot. But beyond that, you don't see anything. It appears as though it's just this spectator in the cube and no way out. Okay, well, I can see invisible creatures and objects for the next hour, and I can look into the ethereal plane. So sweet. That's it for the next hour. Kanari will get her chef's utensils out and kind of start laying them out and getting ready for cooking demo, I guess. Oh, he's like all 6 of his eyes are just like focused on what you're doing.
Moxie's going to lean over to Umbrin and be like, what if you go steal the cube while Kanari's distracting him?
We could give it a shot, but also be ready for if he sees me. It will be a fight.
Yeah.
I know you guys have been trying to do things peacefully.
Yeah,
but we might
do
just have to
you really think we're gonna get any information out of him?
We potentially could if we spent long enough here.
You just look over and see that he actually is shooting 2 rays from his eyes right in front of him and between him and Kanari, and he actually creates like food, like various different assortments of food, like apples, cooked chicken and such, and then also some water that's just sort of like spilling out onto the ground.
He's like trying to like hold it all in a cauldron, and it's just like,
oh, there's a cauldron. He's gonna shoot it in the cauldron.
Okay.
I have assisted in procuring the ingredients.
That is lovely. Thank you so much. What did you say your name was?
You can call me Bjorn.
Bjorn?
Bjorn.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you. You said you haven't had any company in... Well, you haven't had anything to eat or drink in 7 centuries?
Yes, but I just forgot I could do this.
And then he blasts, and then suddenly there's like a loaf of bread. It's literally in their stats, and I had no idea. Create food and water.
Fantastic. Umbrin's gonna just like sidestep behind Moxie and cast invisibility on himself. And then is just going to quietly walk up behind the dais, and as he goes, he'll lock eyes with Kanari and go, and keep going back around.
Kanari is nodding along as she's talking with Bjorn.
Would you like a stealth check?
Yeah, you do it at advantage, and it'll just be against his passive.
How does 28 sound?
It sounds like it beats his passive.
And then I'm just gonna step up onto the dais and put my hand up on the cube.
It's solid. It doesn't react to you, and it seems as though it's just like a solid black material. It doesn't even look like it's stone or metal. It just seems like an alien substance when you're looking at it. Brayna, this is like off-putting to you with your stone cunning. You're like, this isn't anything I've seen before. Even from afar, like you're just like, this creeps me out.
Yeah, no, not a fan.
It doesn't react and he doesn't react?
Correct.
Is it heavy? Can I move it?
It's 20 feet on every side.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a lot bigger than I thought.
It's massive.
Yeah.
It's not massive, but it's a big container.
But you said there was like a visible door. It just didn't have like any door handles or anything?
Correct.
Is there anything written on the door? I mean, Vrexel's not there, but
you can see just with the glint of some of the lights that there are some imprints or engravings on the door itself.
Are they in deep speech, the only other language I speak?
They are.
Common? I speak that language.
yeah.
So are you making your way to the front to read the door?
Yeah.
As you read the inscription on the door, it speaks of a sort of sealing done with the power of the Illithid and their psionic capabilities, and only the one who knows the password can open it. That's kind of the gist that you get. It's the way it's written, the translation would be very alien-like and like very hard to kind of like translate other than getting the gist of what it's saying.
Well, we do have someone who knows how to do psionics. But we will need to get the password from him to open it, it seems. What's going on with Kanari and the spectator? Dorm.
She takes a little bit of like leftover wine or ale that she had from whatever, and like puts it in the pan, lifts it over the flame a little bit, and sets it on fire and flambés it a little bit as she's like kind of stirring things up and trying to make a nice little it like makes a batter, and she's just like doing all of these things at the same time. And just being like, so Dorn, tell me about yourself. What were your masters like? Were they kind? Were they...
No. Not kind.
His eye stalks are like also going to look at Braina, Frexel, and Moxie, and I'm gonna roll an insight check real quick. He doesn't notice that one is missing. He doesn't see any suspicious with that, at least.
Foxy
We're
just
just
like,
like, totally not being suspicious at all. Don't worry about me.
Did they also like cakes?
we're like, don't be suspicious.
No. They like brains.
Oh. I can't say I've really I've never had the chance to try one of the... I don't think I would. I don't know. It seems a little...
I can only open the room for the masters. The Illithid race. They are the only ones that I am permitted to give to.
What did they look like? You said they ate brains. Were they...
Yes.
What did they look like? Did they kind of... Any tentacles or any... did they look like you?
Like this.
He like points all of his eye stalks at you, and then like you get an image in your mind. It just sort of like assails you of like these creatures, sort of like using his telepathy to send you the information.
Okay. At that point, I am going to mind link with Umbren and basically try and be like, not sure if you know how to disguise yourself or if anybody on our team knows, but...
Nope.
Okay. And I'm just going to mind link response with you so we can talk telepathically for an hour.
The door speaks of Illithids and their psionics.
Okay. He says you can only open it for someone of that race. I don't think you are able to disguise yourself. I know I can't.
Not at all. I'm built for combat. That's it.
I think Frexel can either.
Has Vrexel heard the mention of mind flayers from down where he is? Did he hear that? Because he would know what they are.
You can do a perception check if you want.
I can also... I don't think I can give... Well, I can give it as many times as I want. So with Umbren, kind of our conversation done, I'll link with Frexel. and
Yeah,
communicate
Umbrin
the
gives
same
you
thing.
all the information that he has about Ithlids and Mind Flayers and Deep Speech.
Great. I'll communicate all of that to Frexel. As I'm like trying to not to burn anything plating.
Yeah, I know what those are. I can't disguise myself. I do have this spell scroll. I think it's in my inventory as a spell scroll, but I don't think it was a scroll. But it was a major image. It was a major image. I remember it was a reflavor scroll.
It was a potion.
Potion.
Or that you like uncork. It's not like a potion. It's something that you uncork and then it creates something.
Yeah.
It creates that major image. Yeah.
Right. I was gonna say I had it. It was a major image. Yeah, and it was the potion. I could use that.
You might want to check with Moxie and Braina if they can think of anything else. Otherwise, that might be our best bet.
Hey, quick huddle.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I like huddles. What's up?
Do any of you know how to, like, disguise yourselves? Like, quick change, into...
I mean, I could sit here and go...
like, just sort of, like, tentacles from the face and, like, brains.
Can you do face tentacles on command, Moxie?
Make your
skill.
cast leak.
I haven't had visitors in a long time. It's so nice to have company over once in a while.
It's very nice to be able to cook for somebody who clearly has some idea of, I don't know, just has a different palate. I mean, I've been so used to making stew and kind of other stuff. This has been kind of pushing me out of my comfort zone. Do you want me to roll for chef's tools or something?
What if we put the mushroom spores in whatever Canari's making?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe he'll hallucinate his masters and tell us the password.
I think we might have a plan brewing.
I want to keep you forever here. You're never allowed to leave.
Umbrin walks up to Canary and pulls from his bag a vial of mushroom spores and just hands it to her and mouths the words, "I have an idea," and then walks back around behind the cube.
Okay. Canary will just set the vial among the list of all the ingredients that are there. Just as if like it had like fallen underneath the table or something like that.
All right. You know what? I need both of you to roll me a sleight of hand check. Umbrin has advantage because of invisibility.
I'm gonna guide myself.
So would Canary have seen that I have a plan with the invisibility on?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
because she
has the invisibility on.
Yeah,
I
Umbrin
forgot about
assumes
that.
Canary always has the invisibility on. Because all the times he's been invisible, she can see him. For your boy, that's not great for a rogue. It's an 18.
Okay, that's fine.
I rolled a 21.
You're fine too.
I beat Umbrin! Sleight of hand check! I beat a rogue!
Yeah, he does not take any notice. Because you beat his passive. Or you beat his passive, yeah.
Canary's gonna mind link back with Umbrin and be like, so, do you want me to add this in, or?
Yeah, add that in. I am going to message him in deep speech, telling him I am his Ithlids masters and that these people are our friends, and to open the door for them after he started hallucinating.
Canary's just gonna uncork the thing of mushroom spores and just like, no, I don't do this for everybody, but there is a secret ingredient that I have.
I'm so excited.
All right. There we go. And she'll put the spores in and really kind of fold everything in. And just continue to smile. And she'll finish up her dish. It's a very nice, caramelized apple and kind of almost like a pancake with that kind of glaze on top.
What'd you cook it with?
I have my chef's tools or whatever it is.
Oh, okay. If you have chef's tools, you probably have enough. You like a little butane lighter or something.
Yeah. Well, and I can also sacred flame just like a little bit of wood. Or I hold sacred flame underneath it as I have the pan going.
They're radiant pancakes. As any dungeon master will tell you, sacred flame is not fire.
Well, you know what? Whatever. Fairy fire doesn't do anything.
Hot enough to start a spark, and that's all that matters.
And that's what it does. And so I've just been sitting here cooking.
He opens his giant mouth expecting you to just feed him.
I don't have hands!
Okay, yeah, no, I had the fork ready to go, and here you go. And she'll just flip the pancake into it. She won't even use the fork, she'll just use the pan and just flip it into his mouth.
He catches each of them with his tongue.
This is good! This is so good!
He starts spinning around happily.
Okay, I fed him to Umbrin.
I will never let any of you leave.
I'm going to cast message to the spectator, and I'm going to say in deep speech, in the most intimidating voice I can muster inside my brain thoughts. It is us, your masters. I say the names he told us, but I don't remember them. These people are our friends. You shall tell them the password and open the door, or we shall consume what is left of your brain.
All right. Wonderful. I rolled a Constitution saving throw against the hallucinogens. Mm-hmm. He rolled a 1 and a 5 on his advantage.
Oh.
Saving throw. So because he has failed against that, because technically according to the myconid stuff, that lasts for up to a minute. Moxie remembers having 1 minute of just intense, just tiny umbrins and all that. So I need you to make a deception check at advantage. If he failed, it would have been at regular. Or, if he succeeded, it would have been regular.
Pretty good. 22?
Yeah. He starts looking around.
Masters, I hear you.
He's trying to say this out loud because he's doesn't have the same sort of mind link that the mind flayers would.
Do you hear your masters?
I hear them. They say that you are friends. And to let you in.
That would be very much appreciated.
Finally, I can open the cube.
He goes up to it, and in deep speech, he says, "Spread until all is assimilated." But in his deep speech, it's very similar to the C4 Yeah. The speech that in SpongeBob when they were rock bottom.
You are.
Yeah. So he says, "Spread until all is assimilated," and then the door actually starts to glow. The light spreads from its center up and down at the same time to split the door in half, and then kind of splits to create a rectangular entrance, and then the door actually just slides up.
There you go. There is no rush. We can make more pancakes.
We have, but that's all I've been able to make. You fed us very well.
I mean, just hold on deeply to the idea of the pancakes that Kanari made you, and you can make them yourself.
I will. But I may as well keep you to make me more.
Well, tell you what, you don't have to keep me. It seems as though you're able to... Tell you what, I can give you this lovely, and Kanari's going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Frying pan for you to keep and to hold.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, could you make your spiritual weapon look like you?
I probably could. I mean, I can shape it as much as I want.
It sort of has to be a weapon. Technically, the language of the thing says that it has to be something that represents your domain or your god.
What's more in your domain than you, though?
You don't think these hands are a weapon?
I won't take a lot of liberties with the spiritual weapon.
That's fair. The frying pan made of stars is good enough.
It floats like me.
It does, and it can remain right here with you.
Okay, roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. I don't get advantage because I've spent the last 10 minutes making him pancakes.
You know what? Yeah, you can get advantage on that.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna roll guidance first. Okay, that's a 2. 17.
17, you say?
Yes.
All right.
This is acceptable. I shall cherish it and remember you forever.
Wonderful. It was very nice meeting you, Torn. And Kanari has basically packed everything in and is just making a beeline to the door and gesturing everybody to
let's go.
Yeah.
And so you enter the door and go inside this cube as you leave the spectator behind, and he starts singing about pancakes and frying pans. It hurts.
Maybe Umbrain say them words again to close the door.
Yeah, if we go in and the door doesn't close, I'll close it behind us.
So you speak the password spread until all is assimilated in deep speech, and it actually does. He kind of notices. He says,
"Have fun,"
and then it closes. In the room, you see a singular throne in the center of this completely empty chamber, and on this throne is a mind flayer.
Ugh.
Is he alive?
He's not speaking to you. He's not moving. He is staying completely still. His hands on the sides of his throne. And you see a large medallion that is glinting in some sort of bluish light that's coming off of some of these stones that if you didn't have dark vision, you would not be able to see at all. But because of that little bit of blue light in here, Frexel, you would actually think that maybe if he is dead, maybe this light that is being produced a little bit could be what's preserving him. And the fact that this is a sealed chamber, kind of like UV rays where it cleans stuff. Yeah. But magical. And yeah, there's a giant amulet, not a giant, a big amulet that is glinting in that light every so often as the light kind of has a pulse with it.
I don't like the look of that guy.
Point to him, and I'm gonna cast message and ask him deep speech. Are you still with us?
No response.
I don't think he's still alive, guys.
Forgot what I was gonna say.
Vrexel will try and mage hand remove the amulet.
As your mage hand reaches out and clasps the medallion, all of you begin feeling this overwhelming pressure. And I need all of you to make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
Oops.
Oh no.
Is this considered a magical effect?
It's no.
Nope. Alright. Well, that's still a 21.
My dice have been pretty middling all night. But that's a 16 plus 2.
All right.
I rolled an 18.
Oof.
I rolled a 14, but because I have that cloak, I have a +1, so it's a 15.
Good thing we gave you the cloak.
Yeah.
All right.
Not out of
What's
the
up?
woods.
Wait, Brenna, did you
I'm
go?
really worried about Brenna, though.
Oh no. Oh no.
Guess what I rolled?
Is it a 1?
It's a 2.
It is a 1.
Oh.
Luckily, on the saving throws, there technically isn't critical damage or anything, so you're not going to take double the damage. So everyone who failed will take 4d8 plus 4 psychic damage. So that's 9, 10, 16. So that's 20 points of psychic damage. And if you failed, and then half if you succeeded.
How much was it?
So it's 10 for the rest of us?
Actually, you know what? The Mind Blast of the Mind Flayer doesn't do halves. It's just like all or nothing. Brayna, you are stunned for 1 minute, but you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Yeah, Brayna, she was kind of ready with her hammer, and all of a sudden you just hear like, oh, and crumple to the ground.
Oh no. Canary is like trying to help in any way she can. I don't think I have anything that can get rid of it today.
You're stunned?
Yes. Are you gonna punch Brayna? Because that'd be fun.
Because
I don't think she's ever gonna roll greater than a 15.
If Moxie stuns you with her stunning strike, would it end at the start of the end of her next turn, or
no? But
she has the healing.
I have
punches.
Physician's Touch now. Lets me end a thing.
Ooh.
So hang on, I gotta go figure out how many points of.
When
So
Umbrin or Vrexel, when you try to pull the amulet, it doesn't come off its neck.
God.
Seems as though it takes too much. It's too much force for the mage hands.
Is there
it's heavy.
is there anything going on, like, because the invisibility is still up?
Nope.
Anything in here?
Everything
Okay.
that you see is as it is. Nothing hidden, nothing invisible. If you were to squint and try to like focus on the ethereal plane, you will see after a minute a very, very sad and disappointed spectator feeling betrayed and hurt by the only friends he has had in over 7 centuries.
But we didn't do anything. We just went in the room that he let us in.
If
because the frying pan went away.
yeah, if aberrations could cry, he's crying.
How does your thing work, Moxie?
yeah, so I spend a key point and you get 8 health back, and I end the stun condition.
Woo! And as you punch, she's like, ow! Oh, I did not like that.
She's like,
really...
wake up!
No!
The punch was fine, but what was that? Did you guys feel it? Because that freaking hurt.
Probably
Feel what?
psionic. Judging by the way that you kind of seized up and fell over, something psionic, and
Do we need to like smash this guy so we can? Because I see the amulet is still on his neck. Do we need to like smash it off or something?
We might just have to remove it.
Can I
as
look
one would
at
remove a necklace.
how is it like pulsing? Does it seem like there's like a field and it like blinks in and out?
So it's the walls that are pulsing, those lights that are just like that didn't seem to be the source.
Okay.
Umbrin's going to walk over to it and try to like just gently lift it off his neck. Not touching the medallion, but just the chain that's attached to.
As you grab the medallion,
Or don't touch the medallion. Touch the
as you
chain.
grab the chain, a d6. It unclips, or it doesn't unclip. You're able to lift it off. There is kind of like this pull, as if like some psychic force is trying to hold onto it. And as you try to pull it off, that resistance is difficult, but you manage to pull it away. However, everyone else needs to make another DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Oof.
Including me?
Yes. Against the Mind Blast again.
A 19 plus 2. This dice is doing great.
Same thing for Vexel, another 21.
The hell, a 19 for Kanari.
Another one. Brandon.
Another 14 plus 1.
Oh my gosh.
Brain.
So, I have a +1 to my int saving throws. I rolled a 13.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brayna, you take 24 psychic damage, and you are stunned once again, and can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
24, Jesus Christ, you guys.
Are you
Moxie
saying?
will go ahead and do another healing hand.
She's like,
This time for 7 health. And no more stunned.
you guys,
Brayna is the only one being
please. That was
hit by this.
hard. I don't like it.
However,
Kanari's
you have the amulet. It is successfully off.
Has anything changed in the room?
The light is still pulsing. But as Umbrin starts to take the amulet and like gently hold it and whatever, where the door had slid up, it actually starts to shimmer and change before your eyes into the exit door.
Brayna like leaves.
Before she does, Kanari's gonna put a hand on her shoulder and cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Is there a way we can tell from this door if it will lead to a checkpoint, potentially?
The last time that you were given the option, it gave you the option to go back into the dungeon or to go to a checkpoint.
2 different doors? Yep. Okay.
I think we have to find the checkpoint first, though, right? That was kind of the...
Yeah, you have to find it first to unlock it.
Yeah.
So, Brina gets... I feel so badly. I rolled so badly. You get 8 hit points, which
For a 3rd level?
Ooh, I rolled 2 1s and a 2.
Oh
That's
my
so
God.
sad.
I hate it here. They're all D8s, right? Okay, I can't even...
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, she's at 45 of 69, so I mean, it's not terrible, but she is.
I know, I feel
Yeah, no,
bad about
Brayna
that roll.
bolted. As soon as that door appeared, she's out of that room.
If it makes you feel better, Wyatt could have prepared and cast Beacon of Hope to get max healing, but didn't.
Yep, that makes me feel better.
I'm gonna roll to attack the DM. Oh, look, it's a natural 20.
Now he comes through the screen and just punches Dev for his sass.
It's okay. Wyatt can take it out on Quentin. All right.
So yeah, Brandon's just outside the room, just like hands on her knees, just like, oh my God.
Brayna, as you
What
run
the
through
hell?
this door, you run out the front of the church that you had entered.
She's like, hands on her knees, like, oh my God, these rooms are the actual worst. I hate it so much.
Never been
I
so
think that
glad
went
to be back in the
swimmingly.
Haunted Lands.
Oh.
So you all, one by one, come back and realize that you exited the church, which is different than the first level. The first level deposited you in random places.
So
Brandon
do we
probably
need
hasn't noticed yet.
to find more churches, do you think? From more doors?
Perhaps. Do we want to deal with this first? And Umbrin will swing the pendant in front of him.
Probably.
Did the pendulum come with? It came with us?
Medallion.
I'm pretty sure it's the magic item from the challenge room.
Frexel does have Identify prepared and would sit down with it.
What time of day are we roughly at?
Well, Umbrin checks
pops
his watch.
open his watch.
And you didn't spend the night at Gorgatula's. You left, and then you came to do this church, and so it's getting pretty late. I would say that it's around like 10:23 p.m.
Okay, well, why don't we camp here at the church? It seems safe enough.
Did we still have the rock, or is that gone now?
You exit, the rock is gone.
Removing that from my inventory.
Hey, I used up one of my vial of spores, so.
After 10 minutes of using Identify, you use your pearl and channel the power through it and do what you need to do. I don't know if your machine pulls out different magnifying glasses and whatnot.
Definitely.
It is a medallion of thoughts. Appropriate.
My Dungeon Master's Guide is in my car. I can't even look it up.
If you want to, you can go to 5e.tools, or you can just add it onto a character sheet. But essentially, it has 3 charges, and you can use a charge to cast Detect Thoughts with a spell save of DC 13. And it requires attunement.
Seems useless.
Seems useless to Umbrin.
Seems useless to Umbrin. He's made for combat.
Definitely not a great way to get to know your enemies.
What are my enemies going to be thinking? Oh god, we gotta kill these people. I'm gonna hit them.
Yes, next I might do this, and then you can counter.
Who actively thinks about their weaknesses in the middle of combat? Like, oh god, I hope they don't throw a fireball at me. I'm weak against fireballs.
This is the spell that I will be casting next. So you could theoretically use it to make sure that you're using a really good counter spell, right?
Yeah, or I could use my action to hit it.
I was just sitting in silence at the church, just I overthink everything in combat.
Yeah,
you want it?
I mean,
not even an ounce of pity for that spectator whose heart you broke.
Listen, the things in the dungeon sphere, we've been over this. They're not real.
He wanted to keep me forever.
The next time someone else is gonna come in there, it's not gonna remember. It's gonna be like, you're the only friend I've had in 6,000 years. They're not real, Dev. Don't feel bad for them.
If you had failed the persuasion, he would have used his paralyzing eye to try and paralyze you so he could keep you.
Well, then I don't feel bad about breaking his heart over a frying pan.
Plus, gold clashes with my color scheme. Does anyone else want it?
Haven't we been over this, that it adopts whatever color scheme you want it to adopt?
Yeah, and Maki spins around in her purple cape.
Well, okay, then make it so. Kanari's gonna hold on to the medallion.
I don't want it. It's useless to me.
It does require an hour.
It looks like a brain. Grody.
Okay. Anybody want the medallion of
It actually doesn't look like a brain. It looks like a skull with gem eyes.
Oh, I thought it was a skull with a brain on the top of it.
Oh, maybe it does have a brain. Oh, yeah. It has a little bit of a brain pattern on the top of the skull. Yeah.
Look, as cool as that sounds, no, I don't need that. I'm going to punch it whether or not it's thinking about daisies or a slug. So.
You have no want it, I'll take it, but Drexel, if you want it, you can have it too.
I mean, I think it's most useful on whoever's going to get to know the enemy best. Maybe try and chat them up and then see what they're thinking. It's not really my forte, but I'd happily take it if no one else wants it.
I talk to people in the challenge rooms. It might be helpful for when we go against, when we meet up with Team Phoenix.
Good idea.
Or who's the other team that we were? Was it the one with Brayna's? No, not Brayna's cousin, because that's Team Walker, right?
Did we learn the name of the team Brayna's cousin belongs to? I don't remember it.
Yeah, that was Team Empyrean.
Right.
There you go.
They were a team of the church, religious folks.
Yeah. Okay.
Since Empyrean's a celestial.
So who's holding on to the medallion?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, boulder parchment shears.
Boulder parchment shears. What are you rolling, Jacob?
I don't know.
It is what you do have a bag of holding. You can just shove things in a bag of holding as community things.
Also, I only have 1 attunement slot left, and I will not waste it on a battalion.
I mean, same. Also, Moxie just doesn't need it.
Who's in on this? Who wants to?
You two go for it.
Okay.
Brina doesn't actually have anything she'd want to do with it besides have a cool brain on her chain.
He's in it for the aesthetic, so.
D20?
Yeah, sure. Whoever rolls higher.
7.
14.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, well, I'll add that onto my stuff.
No, you take the gear. I don't want it. You take it.
You.
As
They
like,
remember what
I
the
feel
other
like this
thing
is
I'm attuned
happening
to
as we're like
is.
kind of setting up camp, getting ready to sleep and
Well, were
stuff.
we not going to sleep outside because we couldn't because something
Yes.
something?
We have to
Yes,
sleep
okay.
at one of the churches, was what they said.
Oh,
Consecrated
just
ground.
on consecrated ground.
Yeah,
Which-
and I'd assume within like 30 feet of the church is consecrated, but we could go inside if we wanted to.
Kanari would know
If you
that.
guys
She-
wanted to, beings who need to rest.
I think we might as well stay inside. It saves me from. I mean, not that I dislike casting the dome, but it might give us a chance to spread out a little bit more. Unless we all want to stay under the dome again.
Into the church. What is
Into
this?
the
The
thick of
Church
it.
of Light?
Baylor.
Mhm.
Screw that.
I feel like the dome might be a good idea just in case another team comes in.
Okay, yep. Kanari will sit down and ritually cast it.
Still staying on the consecrated grounds.
Inside of the church. So Lehman's tiny hut inside the church, on the consecrated ground, in the haunted grounds, in the dungeon sphere on the second level.
Level 2.
Imagine we are like in the
With the
cemetery
candlestick.
and
Our town
the-
is.
and the dome comes up and just like pushes the pews.
With the candlestick. So you get the tiny hut set up. Everyone sort of spreads out, does what they need to do. But I need everyone to roll me a perception check.
Ooh.
There
The
it
one.
is.
The one.
Nope, that's a
Nope.
3.
+2.
13.
You said 13?
18.
6.
6!
16 for me as well.
Rolled
Alright.
a 2.
Braina, Braina and Moxie, aka Matilda Everhart, hears
That is my name.
the sound of the flapping of giant wings. Not giant, large wings in the distance above you. And then you hear a shriek. Everyone hears this shriek. But it's Moxie and Braina who can kind of tune to where it's at. And in the sky, you see a large winged creature with black leathery skin, and it brings with it this stench. And Moxie, not Braina, sees that there's a person riding on the back of this. This thing has a head that's almost rat-like. Its eyes are empty sockets, and it seems to just have these large wings outstretched and a perfect platform for this person on the back to throw a spear that hits something flying, which then starts spiraling as this creature swings down and grabs it in its mouth.
So the person on the back threw something and the creature grabbed it?
Yes, so the creature that it was riding grabbed the thing that was hit by the javelin spear.
Oh, got it. Okay. So they
Yeah.
hit something and then he grabbed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Did anyone else see that dude on top?
That was weird, right?
Yes.
Well, we are in the dungeon sphere in the haunted lands, I suppose. Giant bats catching
Does anyone-
prey is not unusual at this time of night.
know what that
Can we
is?
still, can we still see it? And has Vrexel read anything about something like this?
You are able to see it in the distance, like through some of the trees. You didn't catch it when it was like completely open, so I will allow you to make an Arcana check at disadvantage.
Okay.
May I as well?
Yes, disadvantage all around.
A 15 and a 14 for a 19.
All right.
For a D4.
Total of 20.
You say Umbrin's got a D4?
Oh, Jacob, did you roll?
Oh.
Okay, yeah, it'll be on Umbren.
Okay.
23 at disadvantage.
So both of you have seen these things in your studies as you've prepared or just done general research. Vrexel, you actually found something in the temple's libraries when you were staying there recovering that allowed you to know what this is. Umbrin, you just learned about it in your studies as like a potential threat, and this is called a gloam wing. A gloam wing is a large flying undead that always has a rider on its back, and if the rider dies, Spectre rider, then the gloam wing also dies.
You think it's the boss for this level?
Do we think that's the boss, or did we think the boss was at the top of the tower?
Well, what if that thing is normally at the top of the tower and at night it comes out for hunting?
Potentially.
Guess that kind of ruins our plans of making them think the rock is the enemy.
Well, the rock is gone anyways.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we probably want to stay out of sight of that thing.
We're going to be inside the church anyway, so I think that'll be okay. Canary almost done in there?
As Brina says that, Canary closes her hands together, puts them on the ground, and the bubble, or the dome, spreads out. She just says, hop on in.
Did we see where the other churches were when we were flying around?
We only saw this one.
We saw one church, the hut, and the tower. That was it.
Cool.
I'm kind of guessing that the Murden one is in the mix.
Did they say, and we don't know what the other ones are, right? We just kind of know that there's the one dwarf one.
Yeah, we know that there's one dedicated to Celestian, who I worship. There's one dedicated to Moradin, and we found the one for Pelor. If I had to guess, there probably would be, how many teams entered in where we placed like 8th or 7th or 8th when we were coming through level 1?
Yeah, we were in the bottom half of teams who've come in.
Okay, so then they would try and force us together probably to make for some action or something. So we can assume that there's a minimum of 3, maybe a maximum of 10. I doubt that, but it'd be something like that.
Well, what's the plan for, I guess, tomorrow? Are we going directly to the tower?
We need to find a checkpoint.
Could the checkpoint be at the top of the tower, or?
No, we've confirmed that the top of the tower will be the entrance to the second level. Third level.
The end of the level.
Okay.
We also know that acquiring magic items is key to making it successfully through the dungeon, as has been confirmed by other teams attempting just to rush through levels.
When we landed at the church, is there a path leading out from kind of where we are? Or is it just sort of a church in the middle of the forest and that's it?
There's a rough path, overgrown not taken care of, as if people haven't really spent much time walking across it in a long time. But there's like a little bit of one where it clears a path for you through these dark woods.
Should we look for more temples then, I guess?
Not too much else to do in the dungeon.
Makes the most sense.
I would like to go to that Martin one.
Nobody has anything to sort of like find stuff. That's not a magic thing. Anyone?
All I have is the ability to locate objects that I know. Yeah, that's all I have. I could try and cast it to see if there's a holy symbol for Morden. But it only works within 1,000 feet.
It was worth a shot.
So is there anything else you would like to do before going to sleep and waking up on a brand new day in the Haunted Lands? All right. So you all go to sleep.
Oh, Umbrin.
Umbrin would like to take a few minutes. Yeah, sorry. I was chewing on some high cheese. Umbrin would like to take a few minutes to walk around the perimeter of the church and see if he can find ingredients for healing potions.
Yeah, so go ahead and use herbalism or alchemists to find something. Just give me a check for that.
So just add 5 to it. 5 plus 5 is 10.
Unfortunately, nothing around here really seems like it could be used to make a healing potion.
Wonderful. I'll head back inside.
Right, so you all wake up in the morning. The moonlight above that seems to be completely steady so far. When you wake up, your eyes have kind of adjusted, so you can tell that it's actually a little bit brighter. Not entirely daylight, but maybe just a little bit brighter. But you also notice that there's this heavy fog everywhere that seems to be obscuring different locations. It's like very patchy fog, and a lot of it seems to rest really low to the ground.
Well, should we pick a direction and just start walking?
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to try to go to the Morden one, we think that might be towards the mountains.
That'd be my best guess. I mean, he is a dwarven god.
All right, to the mountains.
As we are about to leave, Kanari will cast Aid on Brina, Moxie, and Brina Rexwell. Do you want this one?
I always defer to the flesh beings.
Okay.
Sure. On Brexel.
Alrighty.
So 5, or maximum hit points increased by 5.
As we're walking, I think Brina is kind of. So she's still got Lightbringer, and she's kind of flipping it around in her hand, and I feel like she's wrestling in her head on using this or not. Because I think she was told it does extra damage to undead.
Yes, you were told that.
So yeah, she's just kind of walking and like flipping it in her hand as we're going.
All right. So you start headed away from the church, the tower, Gorgatula's hut that wasn't her house anymore after she was like, hurrah! And you start heading. So let's say if you were heading, if you remember the castle sort of like a feature that you exited out of when you got to level 2 was actually like had a mountain sort of looking thing that it was in. That's a terrible description, but that's where the mountains are. So you kind of have to start heading back toward whence you came, but you don't go directly towards the entrance to this level that you would step through.
Yeah, skip the spiders, please.
Yeah, you start heading maybe in a different direction. Now remind me, did it tell you anything specifically about any of the churches other than the Palor one?
I think just that they were there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
just that they were there. Just that you confirmed that they were represented. Okay. And
We just
so,
had, those 3 that were confirmed represented.
yeah, so as you are trying to make your way through, stay in a good direction and all that, I need everyone to make a survival check. Only if you have proficiency in it.
Kanara will cast guidance on. Does anybody have proficiency in it?
Oh no.
And we die of exposure.
I have a +4.
Mhm.
It's like general wisdom stuff.
Where's Moxie?
So if nobody has it, then I'll have you elect 1 or 2 people as opposed to everybody.
Well, who's spent the most time outside?
Rexel's
Hey.
gonna defer on that one.
Hey, Moxie, you got proficiency in survival?
Sure don't.
Oh no!
Solid choices all around for everyone.
Yeah.
Our preferred terrains are temple, library, arena, forge, and noble's house to assassinate.
Listen, we're indoor
Any of
people.
those
Yeah.
places?
None of you have gone outside in your entire lives.
I feel like so Brandon's only got a +1, but I feel like she would be one that had been done outside stuff most.
I was gonna say
and
Moxie
then
has a
Nick Canary.
+3, and she would have had to do some traveling between like where the temple is to get to Shield City, as well as any jobs that she took on.
I have a +4, and I mean, we've kind of established like during the night she spends time like going out and like talking with people. And it's a different type of survival, but I mean,
I nominate Moxie.
okay, well, Moxie will get the D4 for guidance.
Okay.
Got that guidance.
All right. So I'm doing a survival check.
Yes.
All right. Guidance is a 1. That's fine. It's a dirty 20.
Hey!
Wait, plus my 3, so 23.
All right. So no matter what, you would have thought that like maybe we're going in the right direction, but Moxie feels pretty confident that you're headed towards the mountain and avoiding the spiders, not heading towards the exit. And you are actually, because you got a dirty 20, avoiding some more rough terrain. There were a few like falls that you might not have noticed, where like the terrain suddenly just dropped, and some other difficulties, such as a briar bush, but it's a poisonous briar bush, whereas if you get scratched, it would have injured you. You were like, wait, nope, we're not going that way. Because you actually had fallen into one before. So
yeah,
you're like,
that makes sense. That checks out.
yeah. You're like, nope, not today. And yeah, the forest starts to change a little bit, to become a little bit rockier as you're getting closer to the mountains. The fog thins up a little bit as the day progresses as well, but it's still there. And you're moving for about a couple hours. You've traveled a couple hours by now, and you haven't really seen any churches or anything. But then you come upon a location that kind of disturbs you to the core. You didn't realize it at first, but you started entering a portion of the woods where there are dolls hanging from trees. Dolls laid up against trunks, fallen, missing limbs, missing heads, or they're just heads.
Do these dolls look like anything in particular?
Children.
They look like children's dolls. So, very petite. Some have dresses, some are just baby dolls that aren't like the baby dolls we know because they don't use plastics like that, but you know, you can picture it. Not like there's a spectrum of like... No, I'm not. I was gonna say there's like the Raggedy Ann dolls, and then...
The like cloth dolls.
Yeah. There's a bunch of those. And every so often you think that you hear a...
Umbrin will creepily laugh back every time he hears it.
The ones that are hanging from the trees are just like spinning. Their eyes are moving up and down, but you're not sure if it's like, are they alive? Or is this just like the doll?
Haunted dolls shouldn't be scary to us. We've had one with us since day one. It's me.
You're different.
Yeah, you're people, basically.
Oh, well, I appreciate the sentiment, but you all know I'm not people.
Well, I know you don't sleep, and you look at your disco ball most of the time, but you're still people.
That's so sweet.
A riveting discussion between Moxie and Umbrin as they're walking through a creepy doll forest.
I would cry if I could.
Look, it takes Moxie's mind off the creepy dolls. It's fine.
You appear in a clearing where there are actually 2 camping tents on either side of this larger boulder. It seems as though there was a quick abandonment of this site.
Well, yes, because they couldn't sleep here.
Is there anything fun in there, guys? Should we look?
I mean, yeah. If nothing else, we can find stuff. And if we meet up with these teams again, we can earn some goodwill by giving it back. Or use it.
We can blackmail them.
Keep it.
Or blackmail them.
Yeah, I'll take the tent on the left. I'll go peek in.
Can Kanara keep an eye out? Just something about this doesn't sit right with her.
Oh, I wonder what it is. Yeah, you can give me a perception check. As Moxie and Umbrin open up this tent, you pull the door away, and inside you see some blankets, a torn up bedroll, and then blood.
And 19 on
No fun
perception.
items to take?
You see a little pouch.
Ooh, I'll grab the little pouch.
You open the pouch and find actually 32 gold pieces.
Nice. Made bank.
And then what did Kanara get?
19.
19. You're hearing the laughter even more now. It seems distant. But then did something move in the corner of your eye, or are you just... Are your eyes just playing tricks on you?
I think Canari's gonna hold the release symbol of Celestian kind of close to her chest. Start muttering a prayer.
Oh, no! Dear Lord Celestian, save us
No.
this time.
We're not doing that.
I'm gonna get my evangelical pastor energy going.
That's not how she prays.
Umbren will split the pouch 50-50 with Moxie since they were the ones who got it.
Should we go check the other tent?
Yeah. If Brenna and Rexel haven't done it yet, we'll go over.
Braina's not good at looking for stuff, so she's been watching with Canary.
I mean, I didn't roll into investigation on it, so it's just in there.
In that case, Rexel probably would have gone over to the other tent by himself.
All right, so Vrexel is gonna get there first. You open up the tents, and inside is another doll.
Just hanging there?
Yeah.
Chilling.
Well. Hello there, little fella. Is it laughing?
It's not moving.
Anything else in the tent? Just empty tent and then a doll in the center?
Just this doll. The doll appears to be holding something that's right hand though.
It's a knife.
No!
Already got a knife.
Oh god, it's Chucky.
What do you got? A knife! No!
Already got a knife.
Can Vrexel see what it is from the entryway of the tent?
Give me a perception check. Since you're not getting close, you're just looking at it.
Vrexel's gonna do that, and also he's gonna pick up a little trick that he observed from watching Canary and use the all-purpose tool which he set this morning to the guidance cantrip and cast guidance on himself.
All right, you're guided.
This is perception.
Mm-hmm.
That's 22.
22. In the hand of this doll is... Let me look. I gotta open up the thing.
How tempted is Umbren just pick up dolls and like keep them with him? A whole collection of them. Arms full of dolls.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
So you start looking at it and you see that it has a ring in its hand.
In its hand or on its hand?
That it's like clasping.
Yeah.
Its fingers are smaller when it's one that would fit on your finger, not this doll's finger.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well. Oh, what the heck? It's gonna scoot forward into the tent and
Mage.
yeah. Will Mage Hand just sort of poke the doll and see if it responds? If it does not,
it just pokes. It just. Whoop.
Okay. Then we'll try and Mage Hand pick up the ring.
All right. You pick up the ring. Gently pull it away. At first, the ring doesn't go because like the clasping of the ring is like stuck. So then you like go and you move the fingers like one by one, and then eventually it releases.
Then I guess Umbren and Moxie would walk into Vrexel in the middle of trying to cast Identify in this ring.
So you turn.
Oh boy.
To leave. And everyone roll initiative.
Oh!
And go ahead. I'm gonna put you on the map based on sort of like the locations that you said. So Umbren and Moxie are in left tent. And then Vrexel is right tent. And then, Kanari, what'd you say you were?
I probably would have been in...
Here, I'll put you on the thing, and then you can put yourself where you are.
Yeah.
Same with Brenna.
I probably would have been, like, right about here, hanging out by these mushrooms or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we're like back to back a little bit, like
Mhm.
not looking at each other.
I keep telling you guys, we are the scariest thing in this dungeon. Do not be afraid of haunted dolls.
Kanari would have used Vigilant Blessing on herself.
All right. So, everyone gets to roll initiative. I didn't know what was going to happen, so I didn't have anything prepared. Or I had things prepared, just not like the initiative count written down, or. But yeah.
I mean, how many haunted dolls could be in these woods?
They're all over the place.
It
Umbrin-
swarms.
Umbrin, Moxie, is that where you two want it to be? I just sort of put you next to the tent. You can put yourselves wherever.
Oh. Yeah.
That works for me.
Did Ryan message us?
I did.
Do-do-do-do. Where did this go?
Why, it's 2 steps ahead. Also, he needs to pee.
Yeah, so actually...
I don't want to say it out loud.
Okay, I'll say it. Don't worry.
So, I was going to take initiative and then go to break, so we'll just go to break right now. And then I can finish writing this up, and then we'll be all good.
Cool.
I'm going to change out of my... And we are back.
And someone's
now-
no longer Mr. Rogers.
Someone is no longer Mr. Rogers. I was getting sweaty.
Yeah, gross.
Didn't Mr. Rogers happen in San Francisco or something? That's hot. That's a hot place. I would have no idea actually.
It's the Bay Area. It's not like that.
It's
Welcome
time
to the
I don't know.
dungeon sphere where we're just talking out of our butts. We don't know what's
for
going
initiative. Did anyone roll over a 20?
Oh no.
Did anyone roll between a 15 and a 20?
16.
15 for...
Moxie also rolled a 15.
18.
Ooh.
Who wants to go first between Moxie and Kanari?
I feel like Moxie should.
Okay.
Should I let you get down to the bottom, Dev, or should I just tell you that Rexel rolled a 5?
I think, yeah. Everyone else rolled really well, so. Oop. All right. Frexel. So, technically, it's a surprise round. Umbrin, you weren't actually picking up dolls, right?
No, I've been tempted, but I haven't.
Okay. This is technically surprise round. So, what's gonna happen is nothing is gonna happen until I get to initiative count 11. Frexel will be targeted by a creature. Frexel, what is your AC?
18.
Alright, so this will hit
Oof.
for 1 piercing damage,
Oh.
plus
Yeah, here it comes.
4 necrotic damage. And I need you to make a DC 12 Charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Is this against magic?
This would be considered a magical effect.
So I have advantage. Oh, which is good because that's a natural 20. But otherwise it would have been a 7. So
So you get stabbed in the back by a long silver needle, and when you turn around, a giant needle, and when you turn around to see what is behind you, it's the doll with the needle stabbed in you.
Hi!
Ooh.
I love them.
Rex, yeah.
So
go ahead.
you were stabbed. You scream out of pain. You see this, and then we're gonna go back to the top of the order with Brayna, who just heard Vrexel get stabbed and the sound of this childlike voice.
Can I do a quick perception to see if I see anything else moving around?
Yeah.
That is a 22.
You do see some movement around you, and it appears as though there's movement coming from over here in this tree, and that's it. Here and here.
Okay. Was that my action or was that just a free thing?
That's just a free thing.
Okay. I am going to yell, "Oh, y'all should come out and play!" And she's gonna run towards Vrexel, or was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and like push through the tent. I'm assuming it's just a cloth tent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not actually standing on Vrexel. There we go. Push through the cloth tent so I can see the thing. Can I do that and make it attack still, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just say that you can pull the.
I just
grab the
stomp
tent
through the
and rip it.
tent.
Yeah. Yeah. You can basically just cause it to collapse, and there's this. The tent actually collapses on this doll, so you can't see the doll itself, but you see its form, so it's not as though it's unseen, or hidden or anything. It's just basically in this canvas.
Oh, I was gonna smash the canvas then where the doll
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Okay, reckless.
You see the needle getting like held. It's a small creature, by the way.
So that's a nat 20 on that first attack.
Nice.
Ooh.
Wonderful.
So double nice. That's an 8 on the die. 8 plus 6 is 14, plus another 2 for the rage that I definitely did as I was rocking over. Because we haven't played for 2 weeks, I forgot how to do this. That's fine. So 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 2 is 16, doubled is 32 points of damage as I smash down on that first attack.
It just goes like crunches underneath as you flatten it, and it says bye. And you've killed it.
Cool. Let's see.
right.
1, 2,
Good
3,
initiative,
4,
guys.
5,
And break.
6, 7, 8. Running back. And I will yell, "There's something in the tree and by that rock over there." And let's see. When I make my second attack action, does it have to be with my Warhammer, or can I huck a javelin?
You can huck a javelin because they're on your back. You can pull it, and then you're prepped.
Okay, so for my second attack, then I will roll at disadvantage because I can't do reckless with ranged attack. And assuming I can't actually see anything besides movement out of the corner of my eye, so disadvantage on the attack, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay. As I huck a javelin towards the movement that I saw in the tree, because I think that was the closest one to where I got to. Yeah, and that's about 30 feet, so yeah, that's good. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, 120 because disadvantage anyways. Oh, dang! An 18 on the first die, and a 19 on the second, so 18 plus 8 is 26 to hit something in the tree.
The perception check and your aim were true.
Wait, wouldn't you have disadvantage, A, because it's out of range, and B, because you can't see it?
Yeah, so I got an 18 and a 19 on the die.
Yeah.
So
Does an
disadvantage is 8.
advantage and disadvantage cancel out? That's a straight roll.
There's no advantage.
There was no advantage.
Oh, I thought you were recklessing.
Reckless
Can't do
doesn't
that on
count
ranged attacks.
for
yeah.
range attacks.
Oh, I did not know that.
But you strike it. You
strike
saw it in a
something.
tree. You saw like a shadowy lump, and you're like, maybe that's it. And it definitely was. As this javelin hits this creature, go ahead and roll for damage. It's another doll. Just like.
That's 8 points of damage as this little doll now has a giant javelin sticking out of it. Hey guys, I found another one.
They're everywhere. What do you mean you found another one?
And it actually falls out of the tree as you hit it.
Don't
And
run away
lands-
with my javelin. I need that back, please.
On its feet, pulls the javelin out, drops it, and then pulls out its own. I have my own. Play with me.
So sweet.
And then it runs at Umbrin.
Oh, I love it.
It's gonna make an attack against Umbrin. That is a 19 on the die, so it's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, so you will take 1 point of piercing damage
Oh, so sweet.
and 5 necrotic damage, and then I need you to make a DC 12 charisma saving throw. Ooh, yes.
As that damage is coming, the ancestors come out and say, "Oh, wait a second, hold on," and I negate 11 points of damage.
Ooh. I'd say that.
Additionally, it has disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh, does that work on ranged?
For any. Well, I guess I don't know. Let me double check.
Yeah, let's double check just in case.
Where is my stuff? It's in my things. Gotta find it. There we go. While raging, the first.
It's the first creature.
Oh, never mind. That was the second creature I attacked.
So you actually don't take any damage, but I will still have you roll the DC 12 charisma saving throw, which I'm sure you'll pass because
Well,
you're charismatic.
Yeah, it's 17 on the dice plus 7, 24.
I think you're good. So, you don't take any damage, and its head cocks. Its eyes like go in separate position, separate movements, and then they go apart. And then one to the east of y'all hops up on a rock, and then charges at Kanari. With a silver needle out, it's just running. I'm gonna get you. And then it will roll to attack. And Kanari, you were prepared, so it actually misses.
I hit it with my shield and just go, nope.
Oh, you
They
don't
just-
want to play.
They just need a firm disciplinary hand.
Yeah.
Kanori tells them to go to their room. They're grounded.
And then who at the 16?
Umbrin.
Me.
Umbrin gets to go now. Next.
Oh, you guys are adorable. I have my own knife, though. Do you want to see how I play with it? And I'm going to pull out my daggers. And I have to do attacks. So I'm going to do an attack with the Venom Dagger first. Is a 16 going to hit these things?
Yes.
Okay. I don't get sneak attack, which sucks. Ooh, a 4 plus 4, so 8 points of damage, and then bonus action, I'm going to do offhand attack with my Frost Dagger for a crit!
Nice.
Ooh!
So again, it is a crit on a dagger, but it's a crit on a dagger that does 2d4.
How much damage was the first damage?
8.
8.
I will not get the hand damage though, so for a 4 and a 1, so 10 points of damage on the Frost Dagger.
Ice cold damage?
2 points of magical slashing damage, and then 8 points of cold damage.
And the first one was just slashing or piercing, right?
Just piercing.
Okay, cool.
So
because I know you have Shadow Blade, and these things are resistant. To
did not pop Shadow Blade because I wanted to dual wield.
And then we get to Moxie.
Yeah, so Moxie will go ahead and just come up next to Umbrin and do signature punching. So
Signature.
punches. Oh, that's terrible.
18 points of
13.
damage didn't drop this thing?
No.
Oh. Wait, 18 plus the 8 that... How did Brenna get the first one down then?
It's 32.
Oh, 32.
We're close.
I'm gonna guess a 13 doesn't hit.
13 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay, then I'm gonna...
Was that your full movement speed?
Me?
Yeah.
Just laughs.
Because if you go here, that's flanking, so it'll give you advantage.
All right, well I'll go there then. It's
All
still
right.
not. I can move so much.
Yeah.
So what happens with flanking? I'm sorry.
You just have advantage on the attack, so you get to roll
Okay.
again.
For the first attack that I did, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be a 17 plus 8.
17 plus 8 will definitely hit.
And then that's gonna be 7 damage.
7 damage. All right. So you punch it once, and you actually knock its head off, and it lands, and then it just collapses to the ground.
Sweet. So hang on. Let me. 1, 10. Oh shoot. I don't think I can get over there. It's like I'm so close to being able to get to that one, but I think because I can't move. Well, can I move through people?
If they're your allies, yeah.
Okay, so hang on. So 1, 2. Can I move diagonal?
Yeah.
5. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, I think I could. Not there. Yeah. Boo. Okay. Well, Moxie will still move to here. And then as my second attack, at this other one. No. 14.
14 does not hit.
Yeah. And I'm not close enough to hit with my fists. So
So you used your tattoo?
that'll be... He didn't use it because it doesn't seem like I should for this one.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can only use it once per day.
Yeah. Well, then that's it. That's all. There, Moxie's done. The shortest turn ever.
All right, so after Moxie, it is Kanari.
I need a dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
It fails.
Great. So as the sacred flame from Kanari's shield just kind of spills forth, douses this thing in holy light for 10 radiant damage.
10 radiant damage on number 2.
Owie!
And then I'll do a bonus action healing word for Vrexel.
Oh.
Just, you okay? For 6 points of healing.
Hey, look at that. All
Right.
right.
Kanari, is that the end of your turn?
That is all I can do.
Rightio. You all hear sounds coming from north of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As another one charges with another sharpened needle or needle-like implement. And then from the southwest, you hear another one. They seem to be surrounding you. And now, Frexel's turn.
Alright, Frexel's gonna move.
You're hearing childlike laughter all around you in these woods, almost echoing. And it's really hard to see their movements because of the fog. But you know that they're on their way.
So Frexel does see the one kind of behind him, because it would be behind him at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Frexel's gonna look down at this ring that he picked up. Is it doing anything? Is it reacting at all? Is there?
Nope.
Okay. Would it be? This is dumb, but I want to do it. Would it be an action to put the ring on?
No, it would not.
That's a free action, baby.
Oh, what the heck! He'll throw the ring on.
It slides on, and instantly you're just like,
oh great, stun.
No, you're like, I can cast Blade Ward now.
Ooh, hey.
Trash.
That's interesting. Alright, hold on, let me find that spell.
It's actually not on the Artificer list.
Oh, yeah, alright. Let's see. But it's very thematic. A sigil in the air. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Good to know. Alright, and then Vrexel will... let's see. Let's go just a little more central to everybody here, and then is going to toss 2 lightning launcher attacks at the one at number 4. Ooh, and I assume one's going to miss, one's going to hit. 22 to hit and 8 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
Yeah. So then...
Which one are you aiming for? 4 or 2?
Number 4, I think it was.
Okay.
Northwest, number 4. So we'll add the extra d6 that you can do once per turn, so that's 10 points of lightning damage.
10 points of lightning damage. And it seems to like... It like gravitates, or not gravitates, it's magnetically like drawn to the needle that it's holding, almost like a lightning rod, and so it like starts shaking.
Ah.
That's just flavor. It's not, it doesn't actually mechanically make a difference.
And that's it. That's it for Vrexel.
Right. After Vrexel, another one pops out. There it is. Then after that one, there's another one.
Oh no.
Oh, I hate these things.
Oh man, play.
Oop. I accidentally took Umbrin. And then 5. They're both gonna dash. Because they're back to back. And then another one comes out. You're seeing these things surround you. There's almost like a predatory pack instinct coming in as they seem to have drawn you in with these tents and are now attempting this ambush. And one of them actually will run up to Kanari, number 6, with the needle, and it'll try and make its attack. Kanari is like, no! And does the shield bash again to bash away the needle.
Umbrin might like you, but I don't.
And now we're back to Brina.
Okay, not close enough to do my thing. So, going 1, 2, 3. There. Advantage because stuff and such. 17 plus whatever is gonna hit. 9. 26.
26 will definitely hit.
Oh my gosh. It went the wrong direction. There we go. 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 2 is 12 points of damage on the first attack. Then it's still alive.
How much did you say?
12 points of damage.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Still alive?
That was number 2. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to what to do? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I move up to here and hit this guy too, in hopes of pissing them off, drawing fire, whatnot. 19 plus 9 is a 28 to hit. I really wish that I had the 19 is crit strike. That'd be cool. So on number 6. 1 plus 6 is 7 plus 2 is 9 points of damage, and I will say, I'm over here, boys, come and hit me.
And you moved away from the number 2, right?
I did.
Okay, so it will do that opportunity attack.
That's fine.
And it'll miss.
So sad.
Alright, so 9 points of damage to that guy.
Yes.
And then after Braina, another one pops up.
Mm-hmm.
The bunch of dolls. And it's going to run towards Moxie. 5, 10, 20. And it'll make an attack against Moxie. And I keep rolling 4s. This dice is going to go away. That one misses.
Swap it.
After that, number 2 is going to make an attack against Kanari again as it takes its needle and
even though I swapped it before.
Yeah. It's not dumb, but it's not like that smart. It has an 8. Nari, another 4. No! And now it's back to
They're
Umbra.
just not meant to hit.
Ooh, I have my reaction back too. Yes.
Dev, I have a question.
What is your question?
In the wording of the bonus action attack,
Mhm.
offhand strike, you have to use the attack action to
Yes.
attack. But what if I was to technically cast a spell, but I'm still attacking
Doesn't count.
with Green Flame Blade?
You have to be using the attack action.
But what if I'm your friend and you love me and you want me to have fun?
You are my friend, but I want you to suffer.
God.
You were all here for when Deb ripped my heart out of my chest and stepped on it.
Someone
Just
click
like
that.
Kanari to the
historic
spectator.
moment.
I
Well, the
maintain
spectator's not real people, Dev. Moxie
Mhm.
has confirmed I am real people.
Yeah, so
Good
So,
old Moxie.
argument's invalid. Well, that sucks because I hate it. So my dagger of venom sucks, guys. I'm gonna put it away. Because it's bad. So many things. Like, do we still want to stay and fight all these things?
They're pretty squishy. I think we can kill them.
I mean, it's a lot of things.
They don't
There's
one
also this-
size, then we run.
This forest is full of these dolls. I'm pretty sure they'll just keep on coming.
Yeah, which is like, do we want to stay and do this? I mean, they're cute, but I don't want you guys to die because I think they're adorable.
We won't die. It's fine.
Just gonna flounce up behind this one, which is how you describe how Umbrin walks. It's more of a flounce.
Sasha.
And with my one dagger in hand, I'm going to Green Flame Blade. The one that's on Noxie. For 12 plus 7?
12 plus 7, 19 hits.
19? Okay. So it's going to be the 2d4 from the Frost Dagger, and then a d8 from the Flame Blade, plus sneak attack of a d6.
Sneak attack!
See, this is so much better damage than just 3d4. gonna be a 4, a 3, a 5, and a 3. That's 15 points of damage.
All right. You lop off one of its arms.
But still not enough damage. Guys, I feel...
You just hear the creepy laughing and stuff. It would be a very creepy scene to like see in a movie or something. Just all these dolls just detaching them from the trees, running at you.
I hate them.
Umrin, are you all done?
Yeah, I kind of
Moxie's
suck
turn.
in combat now.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack the one that I'm next to, so that's gonna be a 19. No, way more than that. I know how to count things.
Their AC is 15.
Okay, well it's a 15 on the dice plus
Yes.
8, so.
And Vrexel, I sent you.
I saw.
Okay, cool.
Awesome, thank you.
So that one is 10 damage.
All right.
It's not dead though.
Nope.
Okay, then I hit it again. And that's a 19.
You're just kicking the crap out of this
Yeah.
little doll thing, and then you go for a drop kick. And how much damage do you do?
9.
So you basically just drop kick it as hard as you can, and it flies up. Whee! And then it just falls apart.
Yeah.
And lands on the ground dead.
10, and I did 9 damage. I gotta remember, or I'm never gonna. And then
Kanari's on deck.
2 is almost dead.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I'll make those other guys come to me.
Oh, Dev, my
another-
bad. I should have added my dex to that, so it would have been a 19 instead of a 15.
All right.
My bad.
It would have had 1 hit point left.
Oh god.
No, I wasn't expecting
after Moxie's first hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my bonus action Fury of Blows on this one. Which is 16.
16
You said
16
it was
hits.
15.
Yep.
Right, okay. And that is 8 damage.
That's exactly what it needed to kill it.
Sweet.
How do you want to kill this one?
I mean, she's just gonna come and punch it in the back of the head. How
Wonderful.
dare. And she's gonna say, "Leave Kadari alone."
You actually punch its head. It's a porcelain doll, and so its head just shatters.
Good.
And it falls on the ground.
Now it looks like my face.
Hopefully nobody has had cherished childhood porcelain dolls that. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I did used to collect them, but I don't have any real care.
Okay.
So that's 20 feet. Okay, and then we'll just run up here. There's no way to flank, right?
Nope.
Okay, well, we'll just go here then. I'm gonna surround this one and say, "How do you like it?" And for my last Fury of Blows, no. 13.
I will miss.
Yeah.
You got cocky, but then you tripped over a clump of mushrooms.
Well, it's fine.
Wait, Moxie, there might be spores on them.
Wait, no.
And now it's Kanari's turn once you are all done.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay.
Do I get the sense that any more are coming?
With your passive perception, you don't think that there's any more beyond the ones that are surrounding you right now? The 5 left.
Okay, so that'll change what I want to do.
True strike.
I think that I trust that Brina and Moxie are able to pummel number 6 to death. Can I see number 8?
You know that it's there, but it has 3/4 cover.
What does that do mechanically?
It only counts if you're making spell attacks or ranged attacks.
I am planning on making a ranged spell attack.
then it would actually get +5 to its AC.
So I'd have to hit a 20.
I didn't actually know that offhand. Melissa and Jacob were both making like 5s. So I'm like, okay, 5. Half cover is 2. 3/4 cover is 5. So you'd have to beat a 20.
I'll just aim for number 5. First level guiding bolt.
And that's a ranged attack, and you are next to a hostile creature, so you have disadvantage on the attack.
That is a new roll. I have never heard that before. Okay, I'll just.
It's one of the ones that people get wrong all the time, but yeah.
Lowest one was a 15 exactly.
Boom, you got it.
Great. So for
some people do get it wrong and think that it's only when you're attacking the creature that's within 5 feet of you, but it's actually any ranged attack that you make while a hostile creature is next to you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Learn something new every day.
D&D.
16 points of radiant damage on number 5.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's some spicy damage.
And its next attack has advantage.
It's glowing.
The
These
next
are
attack
carionets, by the way, from Ravenloft.
Cool.
We just want to see what you look like without your flesh on your body.
Well, that's
And I don't
want to
see
like
you with
it.
I bet I look pretty cool. Come attack me.
I have no flash.
Alright,
Yeah, I'd
is
be the best. I'd be the
that
best.
it?
Yeah. The bonus actions I have I don't want to use, so I'm done.
Wonderful. All right, so now it is Thor's turn. So he's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20 against Frexel because he's closest. And so he's gonna make an attack. It's a 7 on the die, so that's 11 total.
Misses.
And then 8 is actually right after that. So 8's gonna hop up. 5, 10, 15. And it's gonna actually be flanking with Moxie, so it has advantage. It's not intentionally doing this, but because it's not wouldn't be that smart, but it's just like the most direct path. And the highest is a 9, so that is 13. So 8 will miss, and now we're back to Vrexel.
All right.
Moxie, you like had a spidey sense that something was running behind you, and you're just like, woo!
I like to think that she just jumped up and then.
Oh yeah, just like
Whoop.
like
Landed on the
like in
needle.
football
Yeah,
when like
right.
someone's trying to do a tackle, but it's like a low leg tackle and they
Yeah.
hop over it. Yeah. I know sports. Sports ball. Get that home run in the end zone.
Oh boy.
At another meeting when Dev says it.
First thing, Vrexel's heard a lot about items that don't like being taken off once you put them on. He's gonna try and take off the ring. Does the ring come off?
It easily slips off.
Okay, cool.
You are starting to think that this was just bait.
Yeah, which is totally fine. Vrexel just wants to, just a little battlefield experiment here, making sure that everything is gonna work the way he expects. And then I'm wondering if it would be possible if Vrexel moved here to use Tasha's Caustic Brew, and it's a 5-foot wide line.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to hit 4 and 7? Because it's in a direction you choose, but I don't know how that really aligns with the grid.
So since it's 5 feet, when it comes to the grid, it doesn't actually matter with the grid as long as it like originates from like your space.
Yeah.
It can be like this and hit both of them because it's a 5-foot line.
Sure.
And you can kind of like direct it in any position in this 5 foot, so it will hit both of them.
Okay, that's what yeah, alright. So that's gonna be a you know what, let's do this. Let's do this at second level. So that's I need a dex saving throw from each of them. DC 17.
So I want them to fail so bad. Ah, why do you have to roll good this time? I want you to melt. So that was a 19 for number 4.
Boo.
Oh, 7 fails.
Okay. So Rexel kind of like pulls something out from under the control console, and another one of the legs kind of like comes up off the ground and like whirs in the air, and there's just like this like of acid that just starts to like, and he kind of misses the one that's right in front of him because it kind of like arcs up. He's like, oh, balderdash, but it slams down onto the other one, and at the start of its turn, it will take 4d4 acid damage, and that happens every turn until it takes an action to wipe that off. And then I think that'll be... Yeah, I don't really want to move anywhere else, so that'll be it.
All right. So number 4 ducks underneath your stream and it has like this, like they all like look at you. Oops, you missed. But 7 wasn't so lucky, and so your acidic stream actually hits the canvas tent and it starts steaming. Shh. And the tent starts dissolving, but then number 7 starts dissolving as well. It is number 5's turn, so it's gonna go 20, 25, and it is going to aim for Oh wait, Umbren was right there. It would have gone for Umbren.
It's okay. I look like one of them.
You
They
did.
Wouldn't have known.
Mommy?
They're just all like, another big doll. That's cursed.
Where's the ruler?
Father,
Is this the
please.
ruler?
And that was a 3. Yeah, it's a right angle ruler on the thing.
Speed square.
So it rolled a 3. Apparently they can't roll unless they're
I hug
saving
it.
against it goes to stab you with the needle, but you're like, oh, you dodge out of the way, and then you like just start
It's
hugging
like,
it,
oh.
rubbing your face against it. You're like me.
So cute. They're like babies.
I have
Guys, is
have
this what
my-
it's like when you have a baby?
I have my d6s ready, but you guys aren't letting me use them.
And roll acid damage for number 7.
I just did. It was 8 points of acid damage.
That's max roll, isn't it?
4d4. I did it at second level.
Oh,
So
okay.
average damage.
So it's starting to dissolve, and it still runs at you while it's dissolving. And it is going to make an attack. That is a 16.
That misses.
Y'all, I need to get some rust monsters up in here. So number 7 is done, so it's going to go back to number 6. Number 6 is going to go after Braina, actually. You're a meteor, so you have more space to stab.
Yo.
17!
Does not hit.
It's a 21 total, 17 on the die.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Yep, sorry. All right, so roll me a Constitution saving throw of DC 12. Or Charisma. Charisma.
That's
So you take-
much bad.
You'll take 1 piercing, which
But
is
that's
half
a 19 on the die.
1,
Yes.
and then you'll take 1 necrotic, so 2 total.
Oh no, I'm so sad.
Ow.
Ow. Don't do that
Oh,
again. I'm so
that
sad
hurt.
about it.
And now it's your turn.
Okay. See, here, let me show you how this works. And reckless, even though I don't need to. That was some crappy rolls. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, so that will hit. AC 15.
3 plus 6 is 9 plus 2 is 11 points damage on the first strike. Did it die?
Number 6, 11. Nope.
Okay.
It appears to be a quarter of the way destroyed, or 2/4 of the way destroyed.
So a half.
2/3. 2/3 of the way destroyed. I do not do math.
Come on, Dev. Lowest common denominator.
But no, not half. 2/3. 2/3.
Gonna attack it again. Oh man, a 2 and a 19. So I'm fishing for them crits, man. 28.
28 will hit. That's a good hit.
Fishing for the crits, but garbage roll on the damage. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 2 is 9 points of damage.
All right. You basically have just completely emaciated this puppet, but it's still holding on to the silver needle. It's like its face is crumpled in, but it's still like,
it's time to play.
I'm gonna need you to die here, please.
Oh, you're no fun.
You dying is lots of fun.
After Brena, it is back to Umbrin.
Bonus action, disengage. I'm gonna say, "Come get me," and I'm gonna run over here, slide in, and I'm going to flame blade the one right in front of Rexel.
Nice.
Disengage as a bonus action because you're a rogue. Yes.
Wasted my whole level on it. It better be useful.
It's useful. You're doing this. Okay, so what'd you roll? 22?
18 plus 7.
Oh, 25. Bam.
It's gonna
you held up two peace signs, and like that could either be 22 or you being a peace sign.
No, I was peace signs. Sorry. All right, so that's another with the frost dagger. So it's the 2d4, the d8 fire, and then the d6 for sneak attack plus 4.
Against number 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 7, 9, 14, 18 points on the one directly across from Rexwell. And then it's going to be 5 points of fire damage on the number 7.
All right, what's the total?
18 plus 5.
23.
23.
Well, what's the total on number 4? I didn't realize you were attacking both.
Oh, it was 18.
18
14.
damage on number 4, and then how much for 7?
5 fire damage on number 7.
Okay.
Melting, it's on fire, it's fine.
It's fine. It'll be fine. All right. If that is the end of your turn, then it's Moxie's turn.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and punch number 8 first.
All right.
Maybe.
DC 15.
Who knows? Yeah, I got a 17 on the dice.
All right.
So that's 9 damage to that one.
Number 8?
Yeah.
Hasn't been hit yet. First time it got hit.
Oh, cool. I'll go ahead and do my slam attack on 6. No, it won't. That's a 10. So I'll do my... Oh, I need to actually mark these down. Hang on. I've used one key point, and I'll use another. Okay. I have like the new D&D app up on my phone, so I don't have to keep switching between tabs, but it's really slow. Okay, so I'm gonna use my thing to do Fury of Blows, and I'll go for 6 again for this first one, which is a 16 on the dice.
Yeah.
And that's
6. Yep, roll the damage. It only has 1 hit point, but...
Oh, okay, well it's 3.
All
Plus
right.
5, so...
So you crumple it with your fist into the ground.
And then I'm going to turn back around to 8. And I got it's a 14 plus 8. I don't want to math. It's more than 15.
Once you know, if you know it's more than 15, then it's all good.
Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and they were doing necrotic damage, so it probably isn't going to do a lot to them.
So you were like bop bop, and then bop, you turned around and bopped, and then turned back around to bop?
Yeah.
Sick.
We're bopping all over the place. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. That's 9 damage to 8. And I will go ahead and spend a key point to do Hand of Harm.
Hey.
So that's gonna be 7 necrotic damage.
All right. Still up, but it's starting to like disintegrate.
And because I used Hand of Harm, it's now poisoned until the end of my next turn.
It is immune to poison, unfortunately.
No, okay, that's fine.
Construct.
Whatever.
Yay. All right, so Kanari's turn is up now.
I am.
So Moxie turned around, stole your kill, and then turned back to take care of number 8.
I was going
I
after
was not
number
paying
5
attention to
anyway.
damage.
I am going to do another guiding bolt at this thing.
You technically have advantage.
I do, because this was hadn't been hit before. I'll just do it at first level. Okay. Yeah, that'll 22 to hit.
Yep.
Which does, so 46. Okay, another 16 points of radiant damage.
That does it. So the guiding bolt actually just like hits it right in the chest and just makes it explode as it goes through it and hits the tree behind it too.
Her finger smoking a little bit. Kinar just blows it out. And then, okay, so that was her action. Then, bonus action, there's nothing really. Does anybody look especially hurt? Oh, wait, I can't do another level spell at the.
I've been rolling so bad, so no. And the one time I did a decent amount of damage, it was negated by Brayna.
All right, don't get overly confident. You did 6 points.
Yeah.
Brayna just ate it all. Brayna has taken a whopping 2 points of damage.
I haven't taken any.
I think I'm just gonna stay where I am, just kind of survey the situation, and then figure it out.
4 is going to turn its needle on Vrexel for a 19 on the die, plus 4, 23. So it will hit you. So another Constitution saving throw.
All right. Constitution or Charisma?
Charisma, sorry, I keep getting those mixed up.
That's another natural 20.
Nice.
5 necrotic and 1 piercing, and I think that's how much you get to detract away from it.
10. 64.
How many times can you do that?
It's literally as long as I'm raging as a reaction.
Yeah.
So once per turn. Keep hitting people, Dev.
All right. Well, let's see if 8 hits Moxie. 18!
That will hit, yeah.
Charisma saving throw. You take 1 piercing plus 1 necrotic.
I don't want to know what these things
So
do.
I am resistant to a necrotic.
So it can't be 0, so we're just gonna have it to 1. So it's still 1. 1 piercing, 1 necrotic, and DC 12 charisma saving throw.
At this, I'm gonna. God, it's a dirty 20.
There
I
you
want
go.
to know what these things do.
It's actually a little
I
terrifying.
want it to work. It is very terrifying.
What does it do?
So you take 2 total damage, and then it's Vrexel's turn again.
So Vrexel's just gonna kind of shout across to Umbrin. So, you know what I was showing you, I was talking about like the defense mechanism, and then just kind of like slams a button, and spectral blades are gonna start whirring around the armor and hit number 4 and number 7 as he uses Sword Burst. So it's a dex save from each of them.
All right, it's a +2 for their saves. So number 4 got an 8 total, and then number 7 got a 17 total.
Oh, so that's the 17 is what it needed. So the one that failed takes 6 points of force damage.
All right.
And
It's almost like completely destroyed, but it's still standing, still holding this needle implement.
All right. Vrexel's just gonna hang there, and then number 7, since it didn't use an action to wipe off any of that acid on the start of its turn, it's gonna take. Ooh, rolling well. Oh shit! I rolled 3 4s of the 44s for 14 points of acid damage at the start of 7's turn.
It is still slowly melting away. Its eyeball actually has popped out of its face as it's completely sinking in, just goop dripping from it. And it says, "Play with me.
I call dibs on that eyeball.
Play with me."
You
And
have
number
it.
7 is going to make an attack against Vrexel for 3 on the die. Now it's back to the top of the order. 6 is dead, so that means Brayna's first.
Boom. We'll whack at 7.
You have advantage.
I do have advantage.
He always has advantage anyway.
I mean, you're not wrong. Because reckless! Okay, so that was some garbage rolls, a 2 and an 8 on the dice, but I have a +9, so 17.
That'll hit.
Damn it! Another 1 on the damage. So 1 + 6, 7, 9 points of damage on that first attack.
So you smush it.
I smushed it. Okay, sweet. And then I'll just sort of tromp on its dead body and swing at this other one recklessly. God damn. 6 and a 7. So math, 16 to hit.
It'll hit.
You have failed me for the last time. 9 more points of damage.
And you smush that one too.
Nice.
Oh, but you don't feel like those are kill steals, Dev? Like that doesn't.
Those are definitely kill steals. She could have gone for 8, but no. But Umbrin, it is your turn, so you get a chance.
Rexel. Umbrin like puts his hand on his hip. Is like, what? We had that covered.
Umbrin, you are up.
All right, head over to my good friend Moxie, who believes I'm people.
People.
I sneak right up behind it. And gonna hit it with my green flame blade again, because I don't know, Umbra doesn't feel like doing magic tonight, guys.
Valid.
You know,
Crit,
Moxie's
crit,
always
crit.
for weapons.
Oh my god.
Okay. Crit. For a 3, that's 4. Let's spell that. 10, 16, 20, 40. For 40 points of damage.
How many crits are we gonna have tonight? This is insane.
That was my second crit in this combat. Was it? I don't remember.
And
I'm gonna rewatch the episode later.
you
Yeah.
finish the battle between you and the possessed dolls.
Stupid creepy dolls coming out of the forest.
Moxie's just like visually disturbed.
The
Nice
one in
place.
front of her, she like kicked just to be fabric.
Oh, they just wanted someone to play with them. You know.
What could they have done? Just questioningly wondering.
Umbrin and or Vrexel will probably like investigate a little bit, and they'll tell you that it seems as though these were containers for a soul, and if they pierced you and you failed, you would have been cursed. And then they could have attempted to swap their soul for yours, and you would have been trapped in the doll forever.
Oh, how sweet!
Oh,
What a
dang.
friend.
And actually,
Thank
if
goodness.
you kill if you crush the doll, then it kills both. Which is why I'm sad that none of you failed.
I'm glad I prepared some of the spells I did though, because looking at the description, it looks like protection from evil and good was a good choice for today.
Oh yeah.
Wow. So what does that ring that you got do there, Vrexel?
Oh, this. I mean, I've read about things like these. This, Umbrin, this might save your life someday, Umbrin. I really think this is gonna prove invaluable to you. And then,
Blade ward on it.
but you don't know that.
It doesn't require attunement.
It's a full action though. You
Here's
waste
the
a full action to get resistance until the end of your next turn. Like a coward.
Well,
When we're all in a meat grinder.
Vrexel rolled a 5 on his deception check, so you know that.
Umbrin picks up with like two fingers and is like, yeah. Thanks, but no thanks.
It's super powerful.
You could just sell it at the whatever.
Yeah, fine, I'll hold on to it.
I could probably convince another team that it is a ring of extreme power. Do what you did, but a little better. But I mean, I don't want to hold it. It's trash.
It's actually is one of those where it's like, it might be useful if you do a bonus action spell and then cast this as your action.
No, I have better actions. If it was a bonus action to cast it, awesome.
There's a lot of cantrips that are like
but
that.
It's not. It's you waste a whole action. It's like frickin' True Strike. Hit twice.
So you're still on this trail, this path through the forest. And you see that actually, like, as you look ahead a little bit, it splits into two. There's a left trail and a right trail.
Is there any indication on which trail might be the trail?
You can roll me... Someone can roll me an investigation or survival check.
I feel like other people will probably have a better time with an investigation check.
Yeah,
Rexel, would you like to investigate?
Yeah. Using his recollection of what we saw from flying atop the rock, that is a 27.
Ooh.
Natural 19.
27. So as you're looking around, your spider bot is and magnifying glasses are coming out, and what you can discern from these two trails is one of the trails seems to have some like remnants of cobblestone leading away. Something that definitely would have been like made by intelligent people putting together like a road or something, but long ago. And then the other trail seems to be rustic, all dirt, no sense of any cobblestone or anything. It just seems to have been cleared out.
And does Rexel have any recollection from being up on top of the bird? Did we see anything else in this direction that we're heading? I mean, do we have any sense of what's in this direction?
No, you did not figure that out while on the rock.
Well, I mean, this path is a lot more worked, and you can definitely see the craftsmanship here.
Does it look familiar at all for Brena with the stoneworking stuff?
Yeah, you can give me a check for that. Now that Frexel has seen it, it's easily found by you.
Well, because it's stonework stuff, 18 on the dice plus what am I adding?
Do you want guidance? You got guidance.
Is it history?
Yeah, it would be history.
So 23.
You can determine that this stone was probably... It wasn't built by dwarves. You're very sure of that. Maybe a human settlement or human halfling, something that could create carts that would need this type of road. And since it is this broken up and scattered this far away, you can tell that you're not too far from wherever this is leading to, but you are definitely within... It would take a few hours to maybe get to where you need to go, or to head down this way.
Well, I don't feel like this one is dwarven made, so perhaps it's not leading to the Temple to Murden, so perhaps we should go on the other one. Perhaps, again.
That works for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go that way.
So you choose path number 2, the more rustic, and as you're moving along, the forest seems to get rockier, maybe a little denser. Some of the trees, they start becoming more piney, conifers, and overhead, the light from the crystals doesn't seem to break through as much, and so it's pretty dark on the forest floor as you're making your way through. You see different spider webs just around the trees. No spiders in sight. the sound of bats.
Gosh.
And you hear the sound of running water in the distance, actually.
Swamp thing, swamp thing, swamp thing.
And you know, because you're a dwarf, that if there are mountains nearby, the river always runs away from the mountains.
So yeah, let's go towards where we can. It'll point us in the direction of the mountains by backwards-ishing it. Brandon talks good, guys.
You gotta go against the current.
That's what she meant. 100%.
So do you follow the river?
I just imagine Brenda jumping in to swim upstream, and we're like, you can walk, right? She's like, no, this is how the dwarves do
it. Just cresting, just.
I'm pretty sure Brayna, since Brayna's all muscle, she'll just sink.
How wide is this river?
The river, where you first see it, it seems to be about 20 feet across.
Oh, okay.
But as you get further closer to the mountains, it actually changes a little bit depending on where the curves are, and yeah, but it doesn't really ever exceed 50 feet across.
Okay.
I'll have you know, Brayna is a very strong swimmer, by the way.
Because she just sinks to the bottom and just starts walking.
No, that's Umbrin. That's literally part of Umbrin's character.
Oh yeah.
No, Brayna is a good, I imagine she's probably similar to me, and I'm a very strong swimmer. So yeah, I don't sink.
Also similar to me, Umbrin can't swim, and neither can I.
All right, who's leading the way?
Probably Brayna, right?
Brayna, yeah, we've already established.
Brayna, go ahead and roll me a d4 and tell me if you get odd or even.
I don't have a d4 out. Hold on.
Or
Which
anything
one?
that has
Which one?
odd and even numbers.
Any
Sorry,
dice.
any of our dice.
Roll any dice.
Give you a dice.
You
Got it.
cannot roll a d1.
That is a 3.
All right, so odd. You keep following the river, and then you actually see a little house on the river. It seems a little ramshackled, a small hut that maybe is one room. You see maybe a broken outhouse nearby. There's a little dock off of the river with no boat. And there is this hut.
Sorry. Oh, I just was up north, and my grandma's cabin has an outhouse, and the door has 100% fallen off. So it's just sitting off the side, and it just reminded me of that. Sorry.
It's
I
just
had to let everyone know.
Do we think this is gonna be the hag again?
Hope so.
Just every hut on this level is the hag.
She's like, how do you keep finding me?
Welcome
Keep
back,
moving.
series.
More firstborns.
We've got 4 potential firstborns.
No, Moxie's gonna give her 4 firstborns.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? She'll just find them, no big deal.
Quadruplets for you. Oh, Moxie's gonna have twins, and you have to give up the first one that came out.
Or just both. 2 for the first.
You can just take them both. I don't need them.
The hag adoption agency.
2 for 1 special. Just God, that's dark.
I'm sorry,
So
Moxie
they were born at
and
the same
I,
time. I want another boon.
It was a tie. Just take them both.
Look, I was only half paying attention. Just go for it.
Roll a d4.
You also
That's a
notice
good-
something strange about this hut.
Got chicken legs.
Is that a flower garden?
Oh.
What kind of flowers?
Various wildflowers, but they seem to be very taken care of. And
Do you think?
Hey, Umbrin, I bet you can make some healing potions with them flowers.
I'm sorry, do you know what's in the healing potions?
No, but you keep on looking for flowers. I'm assuming flowers
Looking for
healing
flowers.
potions? I don't...
Listen, I don't point at rocks and go, look at that fine dwarven carving. Maybe stay in your lane.
Oh, wow.
The door to the hut opens.
I've just tried
outward.
to help.
I feel like we should have
As
another
you all are
healing
arguing.
circle.
And out of this hut walks a large human-shaped thing. And it's medium-sized, but it appears as though it's wearing clothes. It's wearing a shirt and it's wearing some pants, but the pants is torn. The shirt is a little torn up. This humanoid has some hair, but it seems to be patchy. And there's various stitchings across his body. He steps out, lumbering. His arm actually seems to be partially torn off, but it's hanging on by some stitches. And you see that his ears like hanging down. And give me Arcana checks to see if you know what's happening here.
All of us?
Whoever wants to.
26.
21.
You know what? Why not? 13.
14?
So if you've
Yeah.
rolled over an 18, you recognize this immediately as a flesh golem.
Oh.
However, this flesh golem seems a little different than the ones that you've been told about.
You seem like a nice guy.
He looks around. One of his eyes is like a little bulgy. Is someone out there?
Hi there, who are you?
He looks at you, tilts his head. Visitors. Welcome. I see you've brought me a stack. He gestures towards Frexel.
No.
No, my
Oh.
boy.
Sorry, brought a
stands in
what?
front of Rexel, like
Snack.
flares his cape
A
out,
snack.
like, stop me. Everything's trying to eat him.
He's small.
Leave Frexel alone.
He starts limping forward a little bit. One of his legs is dragging behind him. The foot seems to be backwards. And then he trips and falls onto the ground.
Oh no. Do you need some help?
Do you need a snack?
I mean,
Make you
I know
some
that Rexel's a
pancakes.
snack, but like,
He starting to try and push him up.
Canary will go over and help him.
Yeah, Moxie would have kind of run over to help get him up.
The two of you run up and you help him. He doesn't smell good at all, but he doesn't smell that bad. You can maybe guess that he might have used the river to like bathe or something a little bit. He looks at between the two of you. I did not expect such kindness from you. Sorry, let me know if my stage whispers are too quiet. I did not expect this kindness.
Well, you didn't do anything mean. Why would we do something mean to you?
Yeah. I like your garden.
Thank you. You see, I was scavenging. His throat's really raspy, almost like it kind of sounds like someone who has smoked way too much. And I was attacked.
Could I if we could maybe come in, I don't know if this would help, but I do have a needle and some thread. I could try to help you a little bit.
That would be very kind of you. I will need help. Just get me to my hut and I will sit where I have been sitting since I was attacked.
Do you know who attacked you? Maybe we can take care of the problem.
It was a group of 5 such as yourself. I was scavenging and they attacked me. Even though I did not see them at first. They ambushed me and I barely made it away with my life. Or what you may assume is life. I'm not sure what I am.
Brandon started pulling out she's got leatherworking tools, which may be a little easier for stitching up skin and such as opposed to sewing needle.
Yeah, I was gonna say Moxie has weaver's tools, so.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say that you all lead them back to the hut. Sorry, it's not a large space, but most of you are quite petite. You are all very short, actually, other than Moxie.
Hey, though, I'm like relatively tall for a dwarf. Thank you much.
Very tall for a dwarf.
I apologize. He's like 6'5".
Oh, he's not that tall.
With Rexel's Arcana check a minute ago, would he have knowledge of how, like, flesh golems, what damage they are weak to and what damage heals them?
You said you rolled a 20-something?
Is it 27?
You're recollecting everything. You're just like, wait, I know how to help him. And he says, I am afraid that if you stitch me back together, I will still not regain control of these things. And when he says that, it clicks.
I have an idea, actually. Everybody might want to stand back for a quick second. Vrexel's just going to touch the two lightning launcher legs of his armor and cast the lightning launcher attack against this creature.
So all of you are just watching Vrexel as he's arming his gun, ready to just like fire at this thing. You're all like, what is he doing?
I don't think he's actually going to eat you. We would stop him.
No, Vrexel deserves this. This man said he was going to eat him.
And as you all have like started sort of helping him get some stitches back together, you all step back, clear, and Vrexel shoots, and as it hits him, he like takes a deep breath in, and where the stitches had been like they actually tighten up and pull the limbs back together, fixes the ear, his eye like pops back in, his foot twists back, and he is fully back to normal.
Fully capable of performing Putting on the Ritz, for example.
Yeah, he cracks his neck a little bit. That was great help. I am in your debt. Thank you.
Just don't eat me.
No problem.
My vision was bad. From afar, I thought you were a pig.
That's worse.
A wee pig that I could eat that they brought to me.
Umbrin protectively wraps his arms around Rexel like, no.
He actually goes and he grabs some glasses and puts them on. Much better. And my voice is a little better now, too. Thank you.
How long have you been here?
I have lost count of the days. But I've been alone for quite some time. Other than this hag that sometimes bothers me.
We met her.
Yes.
Off our thing, she seems to give you good info.
She does give good info. She told me where this river was so that I could at least try to maintain somewhat of a normal day-to-day lifestyle.
This other team, or the group of 5 that attacked you, what did they look like? Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I remember there being colorful beings. Ones that almost represented the 4 alchemic elements. fire, water,
Ganassus.
earth,
Team Genie.
air. Is that what they are?
They're like genie adjacent.
Offspring of.
I believe that. Yes, that is. They attacked me, and then they continued following the river.
Which way were they heading? Into the mountain or away from it?
Yes. Against the current.
Do you know if there's anything up there?
There is a temple to a dwarven god,
Right now, like there's a little yes.
and there's that temple, and then nearby there is a small outpost that has long been abandoned. That's where I found the seeds for these flowers. And there's one other thing. I hear screams from the mountain. Wicked screams. Whenever I venture that way.
Do they sound like anything in specific, or just like craziness?
I would not be able to tell you anything specific. There are screams that I have not heard from any beings of a humanoid variety.
And this group that attacked you, what exactly were they capable of? Who was the most dangerous?
Yes, well, they had a spellcaster who seemed to be able to manipulate matter and materials. A singer who approached with an accordion? I believe that's what it's called. You see, I have no memories of any lives before mine, but I remember information and facts. It's strange. And then another one of them could summon things. Fey spirits, beasts. And actually, that one cast something that allowed them to run across the water. But before that, as I watched them from afar after I made my escape, they ran across the water as if this one had cast some sort of spell that repelled them from the water. And lastly, there was a brutish sort. One that seemed to channel the anger and fury. Seemed to delight in the challenge of fighting. And then one retreated into a little lamp. It was strange. That is all I can tell you.
Do you know of any other temples in the area?
There are temples and there are churches. There is a lake nearby if you head east. I believe that there is some sort of naturist chapel there to a spirit or a deity of nature. There's a cave that you can crawl into. It's hard to find, and if you go there, and there is actually a temple underneath the ground to another being. That is over 20 miles south of here. I have traveled these lands far and wide until I settled upon this location. And there's one other one. This one is in a town, a village populated by nothing but the spirits of those who have died. I believe they are trapped. I avoided that. I was worried, because I am not so much use against ghosts. But I'm afraid that that's all I can tell you.
Maybe we need to go there. Look, Kanari, maybe we need to go there. Maybe it's a place to start looking for Andrew.
I just want to make sure that was 3 different temples that he told us about.
Lake. Okay, so there's mountain, lake, underground, village.
Got it. Okay.
And it's not a temple or a church, but I have seen a tower in the distance.
Yeah.
And from what I can tell, there seems to be some strange symbols on the door. And then another one to Palor, I believe.
Oh, we've been
We
there.
saw that one. Do you have any way of defending yourself when you're here in case other teams come by?
I am quite capable on my own. Some of the flowers and the herbs around here, I make concoctions. Somehow I remember some alchemical knowledge that I just roll with. I do remember that this team, once they learned that I could talk, they fled. They did say, "Oh, he can talk." And then they ran off, or something like that. So they didn't quite end me, but if they had, I do have this concoction that I call the Potion of Life. I do carry it on me sometimes. And he actually pulls it off. He turns to Rexel, you can have this. It's a gift for you for assisting me.
Oh, thank you.
When you do identify it, it is a potion of life, which actually, when you drink it, gives you 1 free death ward.
Ooh, all right.
Wow. Oh, I was gonna say, I mean, I have this extra maul if you need something to hit stuff with.
I need nothing but my fists.
Same.
And the potions that I make.
I don't have them, but...
Speaking of potions, you wouldn't happen to have any spare potion healing ingredients lying around?
I actually had just collected some, and I had found extra. Here. He goes and he grabs like a potato sack, and he starts grabbing some different things and just throws them in there, and he hands it to you. I believe that this would be enough to make at least up to 3, depending on how well you know your stuff.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Do you want anything in return?
Well,
I have some dusk flower that we got on the first level. I don't know if you have that.
I know about Duskflower, but I can't find any.
Oh,
I can
yeah.
use them to make
Antidotes.
darkness-related things, actually. Or
Moxie will pull out some and like give him about half. So she'll go. I'll edit this to.
Thank you.
Go down to 3 uses. And she'll also pull out the spores and be like, these are mushroom spores. I don't know if that would help you at all.
Yes, they would.
She'll give him 1.
Thank you.
I think Nari would take out one of the bundles of like braided grass that she had from the first level and just hang it up in his shack. Just somewhere, just kind of decorative.
Thank you. And I haven't told you my name.
Oh, that's true. We've been worried about getting you on your feet again, so to speak.
Yeah, and I haven't gotten yours. From what I remember, my name is Dave. That's the only
I'm
thing
Moxie.
I can remember about it in my past life. Hello, Moxie. He holds out his hand. Shakes it.
Yeah.
Raina.
Braina.
Rexel von Chomsky Satanstein McPuffet. Nice to meet you.
I won't be repeating that.
We don't either.
All right. Anyone else?
I'm Canary.
Hello, Canary.
And Umbrin will grab the edges of his cape and like curtsy.
Oh, Umbrin. You're like me. Created, but not born. Very nice to meet you. He bows a little bit.
Do we have any other things to do here?
There's not much else here. But I do have a boat if you don't want to go by foot. The current is not too fast for a simple boat to maneuver. It is about 20 miles to that village that I mentioned. And then the temple is about 17.
17 miles past the village or 17 miles away from here?
17 miles to the temple. The temple's like over here, and then the village is over here. But the river will take you into the general direction.
Does anyone know how to drive a boat? 'Cause I sure do.
No, no land vehicles.
Oh, if you don't want a boat, I can also give you this. He pulls out a compass.
Oh.
This does point north, whatever north is here, but the mountains that you're looking for, they're south, so this might aid you.
Well, if you're sure, I think that'd probably be a great help to us.
Yes, very much. Very much so. He hands you the compass. Now, I'm afraid that if you wish to get somewhere safe by nightfall, you should be taking off.
Yeah, we do need to
wrap it up today.
If you come back this way, stop by again.
Of course. Thank you for all of your help.
It is my pleasure to see friendly faces who do not make assumptions about me based on my appearance.
Enjoy the spores and flowers.
Fare thee well.
Maybe I'll
question. Have Yes.
Does there look like there's anything to steal in here worthwhile?
Oh my gosh.
No! Don't steal from Dave! He's our friend!
I'm just saying, I don't care for Dave.
He's a nice flesh golem.
I don't know. He's all like, you and I are the same. Umbrin didn't like that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He doesn't have much else other than just more herbs and stuff. He does have a jar with something inside of it. You're not sure what.
I don't want to fuck around with any jars and things in it. I don't know. All right, let's go.
Does he, before we leave, or on the way out, does he have any, like, spices or anything, like, growing in his garden, or, like, fresh herbs that he'd let me pick?
He does, actually. And if you ask him, he'll be like, go right ahead.
Okay,
I have no use for herbs and spices, but some of these wildflowers can be used for that.
No more bland food, y'all!
Thanks, Dave.
Yes.
I believe that is some lavender. I have some.
Canary will just go through and take whatever she can.
Squash blossoms.
Be on their way.
Oh, and some mustard plants. Goodbye. Fare thee well. And as you continue moving north, or south, which way is the mountains? I forgot. Wherever you're going. You're going south to the mountains, going against the current, and in the distance you see a body lying against a tree. The The body appears to be that of a water ganassi. A bag.
What?
And the bag that they had been carrying, or seemingly been carrying, is right next to them. They have been torn open.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
And they're just stumped there, completely dead. Flies buzzing around it. You see some maggots and stuff too.
Ooh.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Drexel, the bag that you see looks almost like it could be a handy haversack. Since you know about your bag of holding, it's a handy haversack. So.
And we're not on the boat, are we? No.
No, you decided to just check it.
Yeah.
That could be useful, but that could also be a trap. Are we being stealthy right now, or are we just walking up this trail here?
I think we're just walking.
Just walking.
We're hanging out.
There is a good chance that this is an illusion, and it might be a trap.
100%.
Because if Dave just fought those Team Genie, maggots would not have hatched within this body yet.
Yeah. And he made it, I mean, unless he was just telling a big old lie, he made it seem like all of them kind of damaged him and then they all, like, split off.
He never said how long ago it was.
Drexel will just huck a lightning launcher attack at the body.
It hits the body and you hear a and like blood and guts go.
Looks kind of dead.
Seems real enough to me.
The maggots fly. The flies.
Which, I
before
mean,
they come back.
as sad or not as that might be, that does mean that Team Genie might be down a player. Which puts us in a better position to get to the level boss first and defeat it.
Mm-hmm. Frexel will pick up that haversack.
As you reach down to grab the haversack,
Damn it.
an arm shoots out of it and grabs your throat.
Oh
No!
Welcome to the Bagman.
Oh!
I love the Bagman. I'm so excited. Okay, bye everyone. We're done with the show.
have announcements. Hold on, Dev.
We're done with everything tonight. But announcements. Is Jeff still gone this week for World's Greatest Dungeon? Or is he gonna be back on Wednesday? Didn't he go to like Norway or something? Iceland. Wednesday we probably might have a show of World's Greatest Dungeon. We're finishing things up, so it's really exciting. And if you have missed any of it, it's on YouTube and on Twitch, so you can go back and rewatch those episodes. I always recommend watching them at 1.5 times speed, so that it's faster and you can still comprehend everything. We also have a little bit more paint usually on Sundays. Yes.
As if you watch at 1.75, it's even faster.
Sometimes I can't keep up with that. My brain is not that fast. A little bit more paint usually is before the show. It did have to be canceled today because of technical difficulties, but it will be back next Sunday. And we also have After the Fall on Fridays, which is going swimmingly, spectacularly. I've heard nothing but good things.
I think they are on break this week.
They might be on break this week.
Right? If I'm remembering correctly? I don't know.
Ryan will post in the chat for anyone that's watching. And then we also have just like other things come up every so often. So if you want to stay in touch, you can always follow us on the social medias. We also each have our personal accounts, except Jacob. And then you also can join our Discord, because our Discord is a great place to get announcements and updates and information. And we share a lot of memes.
It's mostly Meg.
It's mostly Meg's memes. I love them.
I like sharing all my memes with you guys. And also next week,
oh yeah. We don't know what's gonna happen next week, but Meg won't be here, so we're not gonna continue this story. So you have to wait 2 weeks for the bag.
Dead.
Who knows? Maybe we'll do some more Breakfast Brigade.
Frexels, this is the second time in the same episode where Vrexel's been the one to like go grab something out of curiosity or
Yeah.
whatever, getting attacked.
That's gonna start being his trademark here.
Ooh, something shiny.
How else is he gonna get the rings to propose to everyone in the party?
Yeah, there might have been a ring in that bag.
Yeah.
Still could be.
I mean, he could offer the ring of warding to the bagman. You never know.
Yeah. Mr. Bagman.
No, keep
please
it for
take this
Egg.
ring.
Keep it for Egg next time you see Egg. Be like, hey, I'll tell you something.
Oh
This
my
ring.
God.
All right.
I also stream on my personal channel, so you should watch that.
I too have an announcement. Look at these dice.
Ah!
Have
Look at these
fun!
guys.
Okay, that was my announcement.
All right. Well, that's it. That's all, folks. Wait.
Oh my God.
No, do the Mr. Rogers bit
That's
again.
Okay, well, let me go get my card again.
Okay.
We've already got some.